My bad.
All good, dude. So,
I'm in the car. Like,
hey, perfect, man. Yeah, this is actually, I think you're the second or third interview I've done with somebody who's actively just out and about in the car. I like that shit, man.
because like the thing is that it's the only time we get space to ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's all up and shit. Like nobody can bother me when I'm here by myself.
You need the quiet place. Just drive off down the street and find some place to park.
Me, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The lighting's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good, kind of shit. You know?
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, man. So welcome everybody. This is Fly in Formation. My name is Doobyis. I'm here with K-Blitz. You know, I don't think we've ever really had a chance to chop it up, man, but I've seen you around the Edmonton scene for a long time, and you know, definitely always respected the work, man. You've been holding it down, so
I respect what you be doing, man. Like you out here just, you're really into hip hop, bro. Like you really be about that hip hop shit. So,
dude, I've always called myself the hip hop super nerd, and you know, like this is, I figured like, why not do the podcast? I like talking to people. I like talking art. That's like, you know, I don't like small talk with just like random people at all. But if we get to talk art and talk about some shit that I like, I can do
y'all
that.
Super nerds, kind of, brother. Like I always tell people this. I'm like, people look at rappers like we gotta be gangster and G and all this other. Nah, that's true. There's some gangster mother and hip hop has always got one foot in the streets kind of thing. But like we are poets who talk about pop culture and shit. Like we're kind of all nerds.
Exactly.
Like,
when it comes down to it, we sit around worried about wordplay a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's kind of nerdy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's kind.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Need the vocabulary to be an MC. Well, maybe not anymore, but at least, you know, from the school I come from, you need some vocabulary to be an MC. Yeah, man.
I think you need. Yeah, you do. Speaking of that, though, I mean, just jumping in right into shit.
Yeah, man.
With the new age of hip hop, though, like the thing is, I do like that these guys have melodies. Like I've always had a thing for melodies.
Right.
So I love the beats of today. Like I know the old school beats. Everybody loves the old school joints, and they love like the Premier beats and the RZA beats and shit.
Right.
And I like some of them too, but a lot of them was boring to me. Like I really have a thing for these new beats. And like a lot of melodies and stuff. I've always liked the high ends with the low, like bass and drums, and then having the ability to move within it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
like
production's come a long way, man. There's a lot more dynamic production going on, a lot more people bringing in like actual musicians to play stuff and sample them that way.
I just want saxophones to come back for no reason, man.
Oh, dude, especially for live shows. I wish there were more live shows where people could bring out like a brass section, because you get 3 or 4 motherfuckers with horns up on stage, and
that's how I started music, eh?
It's tough not to feel that. Oh yeah, you play something?
I play the alto, tenor, and the bari. I picked the tenor, has the best sound, but that's how I started music. I started playing the saxophone. I had like the dopest teacher in grade 7. She let me be in the jazz band. And so by grade 8, you weren't supposed to be in it until grade 8. So by grade 8, I got to play whatever instrument I wanted every week.
Yeah.
She let me pick a different instrument. I didn't have to like be great at it because she knew I was going to get 90-something% in the saxophone. So like Miss Morrison was her name, and she gave me all the opportunity to let me do that. And so I went from that. Then in grade 9, I had Mr. Uranowski, which was Mr. Uranowski. I don't care. He was a fucking horrible person. He didn't know jazz. It was only classical music. It had to be this classical shit. I'm sorry if that's a bad thing.
Trying to bore everybody out of playing music.
Horrible. That saxophone playing classical ass music was the worst. And so I started DJing, and then I was like, well, I can rap. You know what I'm saying? So I started rapping, and it just went from.
I mean, shouts to good grade 8 band teachers, man. My grade 8 band teacher from fucking Camrose, Alberta, was just nominated for a Juno out in Halifax at the last Junos there. I don't know what the fuck he had worked on or whatever happened, but yeah, somebody from my hometown told me that dude was nominated for the Junos last year. I was like, oh, all right. But yeah, dude, so you got, I mean, we're talking about kind of the differences in different styles of music or whatever. Your last album was called Don't Assume My Genre. I just wanted to ask you to describe your sound, man. Are you making pop music now?
You know, I thought I was gonna get in trouble for that. But then I asked a couple trans friends of mine, like, cause I'm respectful, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to like, I don't, and they started laughing. They're like, it's perfect because it fits me. I'm not in a box, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, man, like I said earlier, I was telling you, like, I don't care to be too cool. I don't. One thing I've learned as I get through, older in this music game and do more stuff is like worrying about other people's opinions literally is going to ruin you.
Yep.
And so for me, I'm like, I like making pop music, R&B music, and hip hop. The thing is that like, I genuinely think I'm a dope bar spitter. So I learned how to be a good bar spitter so that I can do whatever I want, and then they can't clown on me because what they gonna do? Out rap me? I'll fucking
Right. Yeah, nobody can say shit. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, because I have that, and it may sound cocky or arrogant, but it's like that gave me the confidence now to do whatever I want. Because what they gonna do to me? Say I can't rap? Like it's not a thing.
Yeah.
So,
dude, as we get older too, it gets easier and easier to just not give a fuck what other people think. I mean,
I generally think the best music you can possibly make is when you don't give a fuck if they like it or not. Yeah. I want you to like it for sure. If you like it, that's great. But 100%. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I like it, it's all that matters kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And so, yeah, like, well, I always had songs on the radio thing. I was always the radio guy, like Radio Blitz. I'm still the only artist, I think, in Edmonton that was ever on Hot 90, Hot 107, and I had on rotation on that and rotation on the bounce. Full rotation, FM rotation.
Yeah.
That's like one of my stats. You know what I'm saying?
Was that because of secret handshakes or what? I mean, I always looked at successful motherfuckers like you on the scene and was like, what did this guy do? But you know.
So I just literally I met Jake Ryan through somebody, and then I met Corey Bala. He was the program director at the Bounce at the time. And he just liked my song, Oh Yeah, and they started playing it on repeat on like FM. It's like boom. And then
it's beautiful, man.
Don Yerxa and Russell James, who used to be at the Bounce, was at Hot 107. When they came out with Hot 107, they were telling other artists that they were going to play hip hop music. And me and Sonic kept hitting them with records. And they said to us, if it can't fit between, Katy Perry or Lady Gaga, don't send it to us. And I told the story all the time. So we went home. Sonic stayed up all night. He made a beat called Here You Go, Russ. I woke up in the morning. He had the hook done. We made that song, Keeping Her Around. And we won and I put out a song in the trance, and we won the $10,000 Hot Factor thing or whatever, and then they played me on there too. It was a whole thing. But Sonic's tenacity he was not playing that day. He was pissed.
Yeah, man. I mean, you definitely make music that could fit into that rotation easily or whatever. And I think especially more so as time has went on, even like back then you were probably just starting to open the door into the kind of pop melody.
Nah, you know what? I had an album in 2013 called Radio Blitz. Volume 1. I thought there was gonna be a volume 2. It was like Flow Rider before Flow Rider shit. Like, you know what I mean? I was really rapping on these beats, and it didn't do well because I didn't understand the marketing and shit back then.
Yeah,
we didn't have the DSPs as much as we do now. We didn't have like
different thing 10 years ago. Yeah.
And so I remember like just trying to jump into it. I've always had a thing where I'm like cheesy, bro. I like cheesy music. Like I love pop music and shit. I like Hall & Oates. You catch me singing Passion Pit and shit. Like I'm a cheesy motherfucker. Like I don't have to be hard all the time.
Man, some pop music is popular because it's so fucking good. I mean, there is some of that.
It's so fucking good. Like, there's no way around. Listen, if I start singing Private Eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you want to start hear me singing Private Eyes? They're watching you. Woo!
Yeah, that's a gem, man.
Every move. That shit got me going crazy. So, like, how can I love George Michael and shit. Like, I don't know what to say.
For real, man. So, dude, you mentioned like Sonic making one of those beats for you back then. Who's been making the beats lately? Like, you've been releasing a ton of music.
Oh man, I got some different producers, man. So like Kripo's been a producer of mine forever. Sonic's a producer. Mac Malone was a producer. Shout out to them dudes. Jake Angel's a producer. Sad God's a producer. Scissorhands a producer. I had so many. I just work with anybody who's got that hotness, man. Like if you got hotness, I'm gonna rock with you.
Is that a recent kind of expansion of your producers? Because I feel like it used to be like Sonic and K-Blitz all the time, right? Like you.
No, I always did work with different producers. Me and Sonic did a whole album together, the Sonic K-Blitz album, the Center Stage. He did all those beats, but like I've always really worked with Kripo was the main one, Sonic was the main one, Mac was the main one. But like I've always dipped into working with other people like Johnny Giuliano, like Superstarro, like you know what I mean? I'm always doing that. Like I've worked with
those dudes from Edmonton too? Those last two names you mentioned?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, those are guys like did songs with Wiz and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
I did a lot of leasing beats. I've always leased beats too.
Sure.
Because I don't see a problem with somebody else having the beat. Yeah. Because for me, I don't think anybody's gonna make the song as good as I make the song. Like
so as much as everybody loves to talk about how hip hop is a competitive sport or whatever, there seem to be a lot of MCs afraid to jump on, leased beats because I don't want other people to have my beats. And
I don't give a fuck if somebody else gets my beats. Yeah. I don't care. I'm gonna do my thing on it, so it doesn't bother me at all. Like I don't think because. And again, I think some people don't understand that, like, in this game, you have to have a certain level of, like, yeah, sure, I don't give a fuck if they like it kind of shit. Yeah, I can have that nonchalant attitude. But you also have to understand, like, your skill and really believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't really think that you killing it, like, I'm thinking I'm doing better than anybody on the record.
Yeah. Well, what you were saying about, like, old school kind of, like, East Coast, RZA beats and stuff like that, the thing that I liked about that most was that, every Wu-Tang beat had 5, 6, 7 MCs jumping on it. So you got different styles on the same beat, which is basically the same thing as what we're talking about with different guys leasing it, right?
I hated that shit. I hate 9 motherfuckers on the song. The only time I like that was Triumph, bro. I can't lie to you. No, I mean, if it's a posse cut, like, you're right. I think, yeah, that's the thing. I do like hearing different people on it and different expansions to it. And I've never been scared of other people being on the same beat as me. I just never have.
Yeah.
And so,
well, as long as everybody's trying to do their own style and sound different, I mean, what's the problem?
It's like, if somebody makes a better record on the beat, congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to throw a fit. I still got the beat. I got the ability to do it. And I think, again, it comes with age. Like, I'm not really competing with anybody but myself now.
Right.
Like, I just bought a pack of beats that have, like, old rappers on it because I want to be one of the best, right? So, and I'm just talking about for myself. I want to believe I'm one of the greatest with this pen. So I just got a pack that has, like, Big Pun, Prodigy,
okay, so we're gonna get some mixtape shit.
Price, you know what I'm saying? I bought a bunch of them shits because I'm like, yo, let me get these. I don't care if it's Elise or somebody else got this. I don't give a fuck. I want to do my thing with some of the greatest rappers ever and show I belong.
So now you can legally do those remixes and get them online like that. I didn't even know you could get beat packs like that of old.
Yeah, so there's verses out there that you can cop the verses. I bought the verses. I'm not ashamed of that. There's not. I don't know them. It's not a feature of mine per se, but it's a feature of mine now. I got a feature with Big Pun.
Right.
Now,
yeah, like it was Pun through what's that company? Anno Domini or whatever? Yeah. Those guys are leasing beats and verses from all sorts of OGs, man. I listen to so much indie music that, you know, like some of those, there was just a Wu-Tang pack of all those verses, and so like all these independent MCs are popping up every week with Here's the thing,
who cares if somebody else has it? First of all, most artists aren't gonna pull out their pocket and pay the whatever it is, $400 or whatever the fuck it was to get these packs. Most artists aren't going to do that because most artists don't really be paying. They don't pay. They be getting this shit off YouTube.
Dude, and fuck what the artists think, honestly. I mean, we're trying to get to listeners, right? And listeners generally aren't listening to enough different independent artists to know, like, oh, this is that same Ghostface verse where he talks about the eagle biting his arm or whatever, right? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's only the other hip hop nerds are going to catch that shit, and they know what's going on, that you're, you know, working the system a little bit to get some hits or whatever. And
well, the thing is I just want to rap with some of my idols.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. Like, you give me an opportunity to at least talk something from DMX. Who am I to say no? You give me the ability to be with Prodigy. Who am I to say no? It doesn't make any sense to say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and have the licenses to do it. But again, it's just because I like making music, brother. Like, well, you're saying "Don't Assume My Genre" was our last one, right?
Right.
Before that was one called "Sorry I Missed You," which was like a lot of them was from before, like, was from earlier records, right? That I put back out. But like, it's R&B. Sorry I Missed You was like R&B. I was playing around, man. I had a song on there like where I tried to be an Isley brother, and like was doing like Earth, Wind and Fire. I have no right to do that shit, but I just started singing because I don't give a fuck anymore. What are they going to make fun of me? I was singing songs like Whitney Houston and shit.
I mean, who gives people the right to do that? What do you got to graduate from some sort of singing school or something? Like, you got as much right as anybody else, man. Come on.
I guess you're right, but you know what it is? I just started singing songs that I thought I had no business singing.
Sure.
At home and shit, and my voice got better. Yeah. And even if I don't sound great on it, I had fun in the studio.
I think confidence is what gives people a good voice. You know, there's good voices in all the different ranges of, you know, the scale or whatever. It's not a matter of if you can hit a high note or not gives you a good voice. I don't think. There's all sorts of singers who are singing bass.
There's part of it, right? And so the other side of it is like, confidence and again, being willing to take risks. Like, I just want to make things that make me happy. Now, with Don't Assume My Genre, it came together kind of cool. Like, I like making pop music, and I was having fun just playing around, and I had these records I put together, like, and it kind of just came together, and it ended up being like a story. I didn't even know it was going to be a story. You know what I mean? Like, it just worked out. Like, my brother Dalen Grimard, rest in peace. He GP's finest forever. He was unalived. You know what I'm saying? We said it on TikTok. We got to say unalived. So somebody, you know what I'm saying? So somebody did him dirty, and I'm sure he spit in their face and told him there was a bitch when they did it, and I don't care. Shout out to Dalen, small dude, heart of a lion. But he passed, and I had a record with him. Got to be the first record on that album. And then Juice, my brother Juice, again, rest in peace, my best friend manager. The only verse he ever gave, he never rapped ever before. I wrote it and he recorded it. I had that as a last song. So I got to start it, end it with my two brothers.
I wanted to ask you about that track, actually, man. A couple different things about that track. So that's the only time Juice rapped, because Juice was like a local legend. Like you know, he was in the promotion side of things and kind of behind the scenes, and yeah.
He always, man, I don't know why he always chose me, bro. It's something that I never had in life. Like there's an unconditional love with me and that dude, man.
Yeah.
We were so different, but so the same. Like, I don't know. When he died, I got a fucking upgrade, bro. Like he gave me the last of his sauce. I feel like he died so I could fly. Sad as that sounds. And yeah, bro, like to have the only verse he ever did on my record, and I'm immortalizing him forever. And I mean,
dude,
I'm my brother's keeper, man.
Hell yeah, man. That's deep, dude. And rest in peace to Juice. On that track, you mentioned something, and it made me laugh. Just I played it before as people were waiting for the stream to start up, and I heard the bar in there where you said something about like how you used to wear your clothes backwards at one point, so nowadays you can't kind of laugh at any of the youngsters doing trends or whatever.
Backwards, like crisscross, till I realized I couldn't pee. I was a young kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I did. I once wore my clothes backwards. Who am I to say shit to these young kids? Like, people always be shitting on the new age, right? And we don't recognize that we've been that.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember a time, if you listen to my shit from way back, I sucked, but I was doing my thing. So how can I get mad at these kids who's doing their thing? Let them do their thing. They ain't gotta be Nas. Yeah. Why are we comparing Uzi to Nas? It doesn't make sense.
Seems like the generations in hip hop are quick to, you know, want to off the older generations, but now we've got a ton of legends doing great work still that are, you know, a generation above us even or whatever. And
Nas put out 6. Bro.
Yeah, right, exactly. The guy's unstoppable right now, and good records too. Yeah,
good records. Rhapsody's new album is cool. It's a little like. She needs a little more bops on it, but still dope. Like the underground, if you're a bar spitter, right now is the time, especially after the Kendrick Drake thing. You know what I'm saying? People are into bars again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and there's a place for everybody. I don't understand. Like, I love Trippie Redd. I think he's dope as shit. I love like Young Thug, but I also love Freddie Gibbs and Kevin Gates, and I also love King Los and King Crook, and I also love Joyner Lucas and Simba. Like
it's all hip hop, man. It's all hip hop.
It doesn't make any sense to. I don't know, but I think that's all becoming down where you put yourself in a box. A lot of artists put themselves in a box.
Right. So
I just refuse to put myself there.
I mean, a good portion of making pop music, which is what, you know, when I bought that album on iTunes, that last one by it, Don't Assume My Genre, it said it was pop, and I was like, fuck no, it's not. This is called hip hop. Don't you fuck around with my library. And I changed the tag on it, you know.
But do you think it was hip hop?
I mean, I thought it was hip hop. You're rapping on all those tracks. There's some of them that are more R&B. If you know, if Drake gets to run around being hip hop, you're making hip hop.
So again, it's definitely a pop record.
Yeah.
It's a hip hop song that I turned into a pop record. I think you're right. It's a hip hop record, but it's definitely more like radio.
It's radio leaning and pop leaning for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that necessarily suddenly makes it not hip hop. You don't have, like you said, you don't have to be some like gangster doing hardcore shit or whatever. Like there's a lot of different lanes in hip hop. Well, it's a great big umbrella at this point.
And the secondary was hip hop because I kind of like wanted to get people who listen to a different style, like upbeat vibes. Like, cause I wasn't trying to get a bunch of, not that I don't like my hip hop heads, but and I did get a good response from my hip hop heads. So thank you very much.
Not for the guys in the hoodies and boots or whatever.
But it wasn't for my guys in the Timbos. You know what I'm saying? That was just a record for everybody kind of thing. And I felt like if I labeled it as pop, it would get into different algorithms. Because we got to pay attention to these algorithms now.
For real,
You know what I mean? So
actually, I wanted to ask you, man. Like, I feel like you do a good job of kind of like walking the line between, I don't know, a song that like a hip hop head can still listen to, and then also something that's appealing to a mass audience and women, and you know, can be on pop radio.
Like, they're the boom. That's a target audience.
do you think about the target audience when you sit down to write a track, or does it kind of end up that way?
It kind of I stopped thinking about who it's for a long time ago.
Right.
So like, I'm not making a record. I have this line I said, when music was work, I was losing my passion, not realizing passion was all that was work. You know what I mean? So if I'm thinking about this is going to be for the video, this is going to be for this is going to be for that, I let all that go. I'll find ways to make it work. and I'll find things within what I make and it has to be a conducive project. So maybe I'll be like, okay, I got to put one song together at the end of it, kind of thing, make it work.
Yeah.
But like, I really just sit down and make music. Now, I'll realize if I have a certain style of music that I should continue with that style of music that fits what I'm working with in some aspects, right? So I'll consciously think of shit like that. But like, I think the goal is to always have a hot beat, a dope, catchy hook, and don't give up on your lyricism.
Yeah.
That's it. If you can continue to make sure that your lyricism or you're clever, or that you come up with something interesting within your verses, and you got a catchy hook and a hot beat,
there's
the formula.
It's like you said earlier, somebody could hate on, that hook is too pop or whatever, but then if they listen to your verse, they're going to catch a couple bars that satisfy a lyricist.
I'm always going to hit you with the verse, and that's one thing I can always say. I'm always going to give you a verse where there's something hot. I'm never going to give you, because I just don't know how.
Right.
Like, I don't know how to dumb it down. That's silly. I love making fun, punchy, like happy fucking choruses, but definitely I'm going to make sure that because that's how I write.
Right.
It's correlations to shit and stuff. Like, it's my ADHD, borderline fucking autism, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
you always sound like you're having fun, man. And you've been lately saying it every song, like, let's have some fun at the start or whatever.
I gotta give it to my mama for that.
Is it recreation at this point? Like, are you genuinely doing it like you would sit and play a video game? Like, let's just try to write some shit.
Yeah. So TikTok duets saved me.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
And I've been telling other artists to do them. It made me a better artist, and it made me love it again.
Right.
So when everything, I was doing these duets and started doing it, but then when Juice passed, I couldn't record anything for a while because it made me sad shit. Like, the emotions came out. With grief will fuck you up. Like, I've had grief before, losing my grandma, other shit like that, but like real grief that you never felt before.
Yeah. Well, and losing a grandma is different than losing somebody your own age
friend, it's like a whole
shouldn't be gone.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so like, I lost my right hand kind of thing. And so like, it was like, I don't know, this despair shit. And I was working in a hospital because everything was shut down. COVID shut down. So I'm working in a hospital. And honestly, the only thing I wanted to do was write 16s on these duets, which is what kept my head on my shoulders. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Not to get dark, but like, that's really what it was. And within that, I found my love for it again and shit. And I was saying, let's have some fun in the beginning of these duets. And my mom says, you should say that before everything. Because I always said to her, when the day I stop is the day I stop having fun.
Right.
And so that became my tagline. So everybody got a tag, and now my tag is let's have some fun, which is the perfect tag for me because I'm really just having fun, bro. Like, I'm really just having fun.
Yeah.
And when I'm writing and making raps, it's not a stressful thing for me. Like, it's soothing. It's like therapy. Yeah, I did therapy through these duets when I lost home. Like, literally, that's what it was.
You might be surprised how many artists, you might not be surprised, but a lot of artists tell me that, man. A lot of us are out here writing for therapy. A lot of people are writing because they feel like they need to, you know.
Yeah. My mom was like, you should talk to somebody. I said, Mama, listen to this. She's like, yeah, okay, you talk.
Talking to everybody, yeah.
That's how I start. I'm going to start my album. So I got the beginning of my album. You know what? I'll play you the shit. Can I play you the shit?
Yeah, sure. If we can hear it. Yeah, man.
You think you can hear it? You think you can hear it if I play it on?
Put it on, we'll see. I'm looking at gauges, so I'll tell you if it's coming through.
I'm going to play you the intro to my album.
Dope, man.
Exclusive shit. It's not even out yet, but this is the intro. You'll understand the vibes. Like I said, like, this album is called Sauce God. There's a reason for that. You know what I mean? It's like, again, like, it's just like one of Juice's nickname is Sauce God. This is the album that I think he would always want, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So are a lot of the singles that have come out since Don't Assume My Genre going to be off of this album?
Some of them, but not all of them. No, okay. A lot of them was the story records I put out.
Yeah.
But I might throw some of them on because they do like, okay, kind of, even though it's older, like, it kind of was the beginning of Sauce God. Because I started Sauce God before I started the other project, but I just wasn't ready to put it out. So I don't know, maybe I'll put a deluxe album. I'm just going with this.
I just wondered because I've been hearing about these like waterfall release strategies where people will put out one song and then they'll release 2 songs and call that an album, and then 3 songs and that's the album. And apparently it works the algorithm some way so that, I don't know, it boosts it up the charts.
Yeah, but it seems like this, and I don't know. I'm just gonna put it out and like see what happens. I'll put the shit on my website.
Yeah.
Have people buy the shit for a couple months and then put it on the DSPs. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like,
yeah.
And just like I put out a lot of music, so I don't know if I have to do it that way because my catalog, I got so many songs that like the people trying to always make a hit or they're trying to make one album pop. Like me, I just got so many that it's like a catalog. So like, hopefully, if you got 150, 200 songs, like, you know what I mean? It's easier to get a million streams and shit like that than it is to you got 2 songs, right? So
Hell yeah.
let's see if this plays. Hold on, let's see if you sound that.
Sure.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I can hear that, yeah.
Emotional duress and psychological pain. Decision to abandon introspection intensifies the struggle. Lifeline offered by these sessions cast a crucial anchor in this.
It's tough to tell what she's saying.
It's not an option.
Oh, says the psychological pain, the psychological pain, distress, like you're going through it, like avoiding your creative conscious, it doesn't work. I'll just rap it for you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like
yeah.
you can't avoid your creative therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle. You can't avoid it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Rejecting your creative therapy is not only a choice. We're going back to restriction because of Omicron. Feel like a deception con. Someone called an Autobots. Shows getting canceled, so why do you all we got? Try to transform from performer to recorder hard.
Hey.
Glad I got a platform to get these verses off, but I know this is just for me because Island Boys is what they want. I ain't put no energy into my rhymes because I've been lost and my partner died. So while I'm writing, all I feel is lost. Guess I'm running from the bank of suppression ain't working. When they got a job because the game just isn't working. Went from a boss to employee, I've been ignoring my purpose. Times I wonder if they're writing this was done on purpose. Like how they closing curtains on that Maxwell case. The Rittenhouse is live crying. That's the new mic face. I need more than one mic. I'm starting to question my faith. Gotta make dollars and cents. I'm starting to question my faith. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Yeah, man. So I heard one of the last bars there was I got to make dollars and cents. What? Oh, we're still going. All right, all right.
Slaughter. Hell no, give him some more. Never hit a plan splitting because the chatter is cheap. None of it actually matters like the game to blow the JB. What you playing now is magic with no hate from the team. Idiots don't like my patience, they can't follow the speech. I need to pull it from the poems I'm recording on beat. Main attraction, even on features, got the flaws that they need. At will, I wash it like the church because the verbiage is clean. Make haters crime purpose versus be like Marley and me. This is splitting murder. You don't need a jury and verdict. I'm not concerned with your feelings or if egos are hurting. I'm raising the bar, removing the curtain. I ain't training, but they watching like a hockey surgical when I'm working. I see Juice looking down, kind of pissed. Like, well, now you get it. Big Papa's headed on his lyricism, made me nervous. Then from your left, I'm speaking that verse. Bittersweet, how his death be birthed to a better verse.
Oof. Dope, man. So, I mean, dude, it sounds like you really used kind of that emotion to put you back into music then, hey? Like, had you been making much music before Juice passed for the last few years?
Yeah. Not as much as this. Yeah. And it wasn't the same. And I don't mean to like...
Are you dropping songs every week or every 2 weeks? Like, it seems like you got singles out all the goddamn time, man.
Yeah, so I did a song every week in 2015, my New Sound Saturday. That was New Sound back in 2015.
Right.
Then I was with COB and Juice, and we were working, we were doing a lot of records. And he always could count on me putting out shit all the time, right? But I did an album, 2021. Peroxisome was a great album, but it didn't get pushed because it came out 2 weeks after he died. So it kind of was hard.
Yeah.
And then after I got back the feeling of love for this music shit, yeah, man, I got records I'm sitting on for years that I'm putting back out. I got, you know what I mean, that like never came out because we didn't know how to push them. I got new records all the time. Like I just am back into it because I feel like, I don't know, like I said, if Bittersweet, I was death gave birth to a better wordsmith, man. Like I got to upgrade.
Yeah.
Something about like people used to tell me like, you make good music, but who are you? Because I was making music, but I wasn't saying shit. I'm invincible now. Like, what else can I lose?
Man, you mentioning the COB era, that took me back. I had forgotten completely about that. But I can remember watching that come together or whatever and just being like, how the fuck are these guys doing this again? You know?
No, man.
Can you talk about that, man? What are your feelings on that this many years out?
So what happened was like, I still, shout out to Crook, because I still chop it up with him in the Horseshoe Gang from time to time, right? Juice knew Crook, and I remember one time he put out this Facebook message, and the Facebook message was, if you got hot bars or something like that along those lines, message me right now. And I messaged him. He's like, thank God you messaged me, because he wasn't going to hit nobody up. And we had to do this like thing. We had to do a verse on this beat, and he sent them all to Crook, and Crook happened to pick 5 or 6 artists from Edmonton.
Damn. Which
was crazy. And so it was me, Rome, Tox, Yak, Dubs, and Instinct.
And you guys, did you even know all those other guys had sent in verses for it, or?
So I didn't know they sent any verses. No,
Like it wasn't
I didn't
all a
know
big
before it
studio session or whatever, where
no,
everybody was
no, no.
like,
We all had
let's
sent
see
in
if
our
we
own
can.
verses.
Okay.
And then we all got together. But I knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, me and Tox knew each other. We knew each other, but we never really like worked too heavy. You know, Jack's the OG, like Tox and me, like we was always cool. Rome and me worked forever together. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my guy. We always worked together. But we just all got together. And when Crook says you can rap, ain't nobody gonna tell you can't rap. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning of me knowing I was like, yo, y'all got down shit.
That's a rapping motherfucker, man. If he gives you the cosign or whatever stamp of approval,
y'all can't tell me shit.
That goes a long way. Yeah.
The one thing is about it, I was going through a breakup after 10 years, right shortly after that. And I started making music that was like, it was doing well. I was making a little bit of money and shit like that. I had, you know, was dipping in again. You know, I had some things going on. And I was motivated to get going. So, like, one thing that happened with the CLB thing is a lot of guys, they're all dope artists, but a lot of guys got lives and shit happening. Me, I just was like all in.
Right.
So it kind of became the Juice and Blitz show after a while because I was just all the fuck in. You know what I mean? And we lived together. I ended up moving in with him after the breakup, all that shit. Like, so it was like, that's how it became that. But CLB put out the projects. We put out the one Gladiators. We have Gladiators too. There's a two. It just wasn't put out. You know what I'm saying? So I put out that Juice Says is the record that was on the Gladiator too. So I put it out. I told everybody I'll give y'all your 25% on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put it out because I got the numbers right now. So I was like, I'm gonna put the shit out. So I might put out another one. I ain't lying. I might put out a few.
Hey, sounds like you got a ton in the vault right now, man. Today when I was listening through like a bunch of your music, just to kind of recap and remind myself of this, and I looked, and on my iTunes, man, I think I have like, I don't know, 30 some songs off of fucking 19 different albums or something along those lines. It said like lots and lots of music from you, dude. And I mean, a lot of those must just be singles or whatever that it's counting as an album. But
yeah, but I'm lucky because I got a lot of features with people. I got a lot of like when I'm in album mode, I tell people like, listen, I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
But when I'm off album mode, I be doing features and shit. Like I be doing shit. I like this music shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to get yelled at from other artists, be like, "Yo, you shouldn't be doing this and this, and I don't give a fuck. Like I don't.
Like as far as don't feature on that guy's song, it's not a good look or whatever. That
or it's not, or he's not paying you enough, or this that and that. Say, listen, man, I don't give a shit. I want to rap.
Yeah.
I like this shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna do it for free, but I'm also not gonna charge motherfuckers. I don't need to charge you $750 for a feature unless you got $750 worth. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you, man. Yeah, unless there's a grant and you got a little bit of money to be paying people for or whatever.
Like, yo, like,
I mean, a lot of rappers act like they're gonna run out of words or some shit.
I'm good, like, especially when I wish OGs when I was younger were willing to do it like I am now.
Yeah,
you know, like there's guys like Cabral who just got signed. I love Cabral. I remember telling him one time, I was like, when I first met him, I was like, I love the music. He's like, bro, the first show I went to was yours.
Did he just get signed? What moves Cabral been making? I knew he was. Oh, damn! I didn't know he was signed to Universal. Okay.
I don't know if I think it's Universal. He's on tour with Sean Desmond right now. But a moment that I met, I thought this kid was dope. I was playing his music in LA when me and Juice was out there. I was playing his music and shit. He was vibing. I didn't know that his first show he ever went to was mine.
Yeah.
Like I went to first show I ever went to was a Shot Clear Solitaire and Mathematics, and now I got a song with Shot Clear. You know what I mean? Like that full circle shit.
Yeah, I played that one before this episode too, man. Yeah.
And so as an OG, like I guess I'm an OG now because I'm older. Like I have no problem doing records with younger people, trying to show they show love. Like I don't know. I feel like some guys just gatekeeping is stupid.
For real, dude. I hear that. I heard you mention something about how you're rolling solo these days instead of having a crew, and how it's kind of feeling lighter, feeling better, feeling freer a little bit. Can you compare just like working solo like that compared to other times through your career where you've been grouped up or whatever?
So I've always been like in affiliate situations. I used to be in groups back in the day, but it was way before. Like, but even let's go back to like Rim Empire days, right? It was still like an affiliate thing. Like when they wanted to make it like a label shit, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Boombox Disciples with you know, Doom Squad and Sonic and all. You know, it's okay. It's an affiliate thing. Just let me know when y'all want me to drop. I'm gonna drop. Because that like this the creative flows with a bunch of different people. Like I love y'all, but it can be a lot, right?
Lining up schedules and meeting deadlines and all that shit, right?
And shit. Like just let me know when you want me to rap. One of my favorite projects is me and Sonic, and you know what I mean? That's true. Like, but being solo and just being on my mission now. As we age, people grow apart. There's no love lost.
Yeah.
But we have different lives. It's all love to everybody. I got no hate for nobody, but I got no time to wait on nobody. So like, I don't need people to do things for me anymore. It's not that I don't like working with people, but I'll figure it out. Like, I figured out how to get my own videos done. I figured out how to get my recording done. I record myself. I figured out. I got Nige. Shout out to Nige, who mixes and masters my shit right now. But he's been he's been working with me for years now, and he wanted to work with me. So we've worked together as we've been working. He's getting better. You know what I'm saying?
So what's it look like right now? Like, you got a studio set up at your house. You're recording your vocals, sending them over to him. He's mixing.
Send them over, homie. He does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he can't get it done, I'll hire. There's a bunch of people you got. I have the ability to do it myself. The duets and shit, I can mix and master myself now.
Yeah.
Good enough. Let's play. I design my own shit now. Like, I have.
Yeah, man. I would recommend every artist get their own setup. I mean, even if you're building it piece by piece, just start building. You know.
Yeah, never pay for studio time again in your life, because you can record whenever you want to. Like, if you're gonna pay anything, pay for the guy to mix and master it.
Yeah.
Don't pay for studio time. That don't make no sense.
And pay some guy in his living room or bedroom or whatever to mix and master it. I mean, if he got the right speakers, he can do it. Yeah.
People quit too early. There's too many tools now, right? Like, I can mix and master the shit with AI if I fucking want to. Right. Like, honestly,
yeah,
like, it doesn't
really
matter at this point.
Yeah, I've never tried it, but I've seen the prompts or whatever pop up asking me if I want to try it. Yeah.
Like, it's not hard. Like, I'll never write a verse with AI, by the way, because I'm a purist when it comes to writing my own verses. I just can't.
That shit trips. I mean, I like told it to write a rap just to see what it would do or whatever, and like, I don't know how anybody's writing their actual verses with,
I'm never.
That shit is whack.
But like, AI is great for for getting your bios done or sending out emails or like, yo, there's so many tools out now.
For real.
Bro, I was on 692 radio stations in the last like 2 years. Some shit like that, or last year. 692 stations. Now, some of them are big, some of them are small, right?
Did you ask AI to make you an email list, or how the fuck did
No, I didn't ask you to do that, but I'm saying, now imagine when I did that all by myself doing it, going through the list. Right. Now this year when this drops, imagine what I'm gonna do with AI when I put all the information in that bitch and send it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can do anything in this game, and you might not get famous.
Are you still doing radio send outs like that? I feel like a lot of people, and I mean, like, I'm a guy, I'm on FM radio down here. I more concentrate on like the show being on Mixcloud.
Get my notifications, brother. You be playing my shit.
Hey, hell yeah, man. But I mean, honestly, I'm more focused on go listen to it on Mixcloud, go listen to it online, because FM, you know, doesn't. I don't know how many people are listening to it on FM.
You got to think about it. Like, so many people, we think it's DSPs now, right?
Yeah.
What about people who don't have access to that?
Right. Yeah.
There's so many people who don't have access to that. Like, the numbers are staggering. The amount of people who still listen to radio is crazy. And I'm not saying that every radio station is great.
You know what? Probably in Canada, actually, I hadn't thought about this, man, but we still pay through the nose for data packages. So there's probably a lot of motherfuckers up here who just, you know, unless they're at home on Wi-Fi or at work on Wi-Fi or whatever, they might be at the gym and not have the Wi-Fi code or whatever. So yeah, they need something to listen to.
And guys who are lower class people, and you got to think about the States, Europe, all over the place. There, no, like, when I say I'm on stations, a lot of it's in the States and Europe and other places. Like, the world listens to radio.
Hell yeah.
And so, yes, I be sending shit out. And a lot of artists slack on that, thinking, oh, I don't do that anymore. I'll be up on the DSP. Sure, the DSP is cool. I got right now 32,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's not even that much of a flex. I wish I had 32 million.
Right.
But with that mixed with sending your music out and actually doing it and making sure that you register your shit right, God, I've lost so much money not knowing how to do this. Artists, please.
To register with SOCAN or whatever? That's what we're talking about?
Learning how to register with SOCAN, learning how to send your shit into MediaBase, make sure it gets paid, making sure you have not only your SOCAN, but you have your SOCAN RR, which is getting for your mechanicals, and you get either your sound on, which is good, or Sound Exchange would pay you. I'd rather go Sound On. I heard Sound Exchange takes 30%. I'm going to change over. And then if you're with like MRock,
that's one of those companies that collects the royalties for you and gets the money to you.
Like that.
Okay.
There's 4 different ways to get your rights. Make sure you're registering your shit right. Make sure you learn how to register it right. Make sure you're doing contracts with the producers that you're doing, so you only give them their writer's share. Like, make sure it took me so long to figure this out. Then I finally got it, and I realized how much money I fucking lost, and I almost puked.
Did you have to get a fucking lawyer involved, or like, how does a motherfucker figure all that shit out, man?
Honestly, trial and error, trial and error, bro.
Yeah,
or call or message me.
Yeah. Because
at this point, I don't want to try. Like, you know, there's always that guy trying to charge you $10,000 to do it.
Right.
Call me.
Sure.
Call me.
Or there's, you know, the courses you see advertised on Instagram. There's all that type of shit, right? But
Just call Blitz. Like you literally, like I mean, at this point, if a lot of people call me like, yo, throw me a little bit, a little change, and I'll spend the time. I'm talking a little change because they asking for $5,000. I don't want to rob, or I'm tired of getting robbed, bro.
Yeah.
How many times I've been fucking robbed, bro? Like
everybody's making money off the music other than the musicians, man. The musicians don't make shit because we're paying everybody. Yeah.
I don't know one musician who hasn't been robbed, straight up. If you're a musician who hasn't been robbed, count your fucking blessings, because I've never met one.
Right.
And I'm tired of people getting robbed. Like, I genuinely am down to help any artist. I don't know everything, but I promise you, call me, I'm gonna help you out, because I just
That's beautiful, man. Yeah.
Strictly just don't want you to get robbed anymore.
I mean, honestly, man, that sentiment right there is why I wanted to start doing. It's among the reasons I wanted to start doing these interviews, just because, like I said, I'd always watched the scene. I've always been a student of the game. I've tried to soak up what moves people are making, you know, but what better way than actually talking with people and being able to ask, like, how the fuck did you do that, man? You know, so I greatly appreciate you and everybody else, man. Yeah.
Every time I had my song in rotation, I never got paid for this shit.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And you can only go back 3 years. So by the time I get my shit set up right, I'm going to be not able to get all, you know what I mean? So like, I'm losing a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I've registered with SoCan way back in the day or whatever. I haven't done shit with it lately, but I just remember getting, like, you know, the tiny little checks that come through, because I think you get 6 cents a spin or whatever.
58 cents or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I showed them at SoCan. I called them. I'm like, yo, bro, how am I getting 58 cents when I have all these other numbers? And they're like, and that's when somebody who at SoCan helped me run through shit. Oh, you got to send this letter in. And when you're learning how to do it, actually do it.
Yeah.
When they say, hey, send this letter in to get this done or get this done. Okay.
Right.
Done. That's it. Get your IPIs of everybody, shit like that. Like,
it's like you were saying earlier, how so many artists have life and they let life get in the way of their even making the fucking music or going out and performing the music or whatever. It's so tough to even just find the time to do that, let alone then also keep life out of the way long enough to like figure out the business side of it all too, man. Like,
if you don't love this shit, don't do it.
Yeah.
This industry, and I don't care, I'm not gonna glamorize it. This is the fucking worst industry in the world to be in.
Yeah.
But it's also,
I always say there's easier ways to make money. Sorry.
It's also the most rewarding. Yeah,
most
absolutely.
rewarding. Yeah.
The most rewarding for inside, like for like personal, like most rewarding. The worst, like the starving artist shit is real.
For real.
But you can win in a way like where I won't wonder what if when it's my time to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it is. But also on the other side of it is like, if you don't love this and you're doing it for money and shit, if there's a time you could think about yourself quitting music, don't start.
Right. Exactly, man. Yeah. I think it was Kripal actually told me his advice for artists is if somebody tells you to quit and you're gonna, then you should quit. But anybody who's going to listen to somebody tell them to quit, that person should quit.
Because a lot of the times they're not trying to be harmful to you.
Yeah.
They couldn't imagine themselves doing it.
Right.
But doesn't mean you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people tell me I ain't going to do shit. Well, I got songs with my heroes now. I've been around the world and shit, like, with music, and my music's been played all around the world and shit.
Yeah.
I'm still not the biggest act in the world, but that 8-year-old kid who loves music is tripping out all the time.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the side of it, right? So if you don't love this shit, don't do it.
How far have you toured, man? You toured the States before?
I've done shows in the States. I never toured the States. My goal right now is to get a tour in the States and in UK.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's my goal. And like Australia, I haven't toured a lot, and I should, because my live show is the main thing I'm good at.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're known for the live show.
But like, I'm just a radio. I mean, I'm a media guy. Like, for some reason, I do better in media than a lot of people. Like, I just signed a deal with a licensing deal with one of the biggest companies in America, like one of the oldest ones, the Wolf, for licensing and like for trying to get my shit on radio or on TV and media, shit like that. Okay. Hopefully that works out.
Yeah. I
still get big shows and shit because even though, you know, people know I'm gonna rock shit, right? That's what I'm good at. If you come to my show, I promise you're gonna be a fan. Like, I swear to you, I'm going to rock the house. Like it's like what Will said. Will Smith said this one time. He said, "I'll die on the treadmill before you beat me," kind of shit. Like, I'm gonna be the best one on the show that time. Right. I promise you I'm gonna be the best one. And if you rap over your lyrics, thank you, because you're helping me win. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's it. By the way, artists, please stop.
Stop it. Yeah, stop it, man. My most recent post, I was walking up a goddamn mountain, no backing track, rapping my shit. You know,
I take it back. Continue doing that because it makes my show better.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Just sabotage the competition. Fuck yeah.
No, right. So like, I'm gonna rock a house. That's what I'm really good at. you come to a Blitz show, I'm going to impress you when I'm on stage. That's what I know I'm good at.
Yeah.
But I had to like really recognize that like I am kind of also a guy who makes music for everybody. I make that radio music. I make music that can fit on anything. So I got to take advantage of that and
It's
just know that
marketable.
that's what I need. Yeah, market do that, right? So and being yourself, I think, is a big thing. I'm on TikTok. I love TikTok, by the way. I was on it early. I love TikTok. I'd be in there.
I knew you were over there doing duets, but I hadn't hit follow until today, man. TikTok, what I've noticed about that fucking platform is it is really bad at finding, like, as much as everybody talks about how good it is at discovery and helping you get your music discovered and shit, like, it has been suggesting artists to me and suggesting accounts to follow fucking every day, and it never has suggested you. Like, how the fuck has it not
I am being
put that
suppressed
together?
like a motherfucker. I'm being suppressed like a motherfucker.
Well, but it's not just you. It's fucking everybody, man. Like, it's suggesting me random fucking sex bot accounts, but it's not suggesting me, like, other motherfuckers in Canada rapping. I don't get it, man.
It's not a what was me thing, but I'm genuine. Like, if you use my song, like, I've had people with hundreds of thousands of people use my sound, and it gets less views and some. Maybe it's just the Canadian algorithm. I don't fucking know. But the one thing I do know about TikTok is the retention is crazy.
Right.
So when the people find me on TikTok, they stay.
Yeah.
That's important. So like my views and shit go up because even though I should have like, because if you look at, I was looking at somebody with 100,000 recently, 100,000 followers, right? I'm getting just as many likes and comments as they are with my 14,000. You know what I'm saying? It took me a longer time, right?
It's huge.
But the retention is heavier. You feel me? And so that's really what matters.
Yeah, I've got a friend who does like comedy skits and stuff on there, and like, you know, he blew up and got a lot of followers real quick. And we always talk about how like what I'm doing with posting clips from these interviews, it's real niche, you know, motherfuckers who care about Canadian hip hop. There's only a handful of them here and there.
Bro, post them shits because if you post them, it's gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, keep the rap now. Now hold on, now keep that preview rap for yourself. Don't post that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't post that part.
Right.
That was for you, motherfucker.
Yeah, no. I'll keep that one.
But no, it's that's true. Like, cause I be posting. If you look at me, I'm posting like videos. I be doing videos of my old songs and shit. Just doing verses and shit. Like I do duets and I'll do verses of my old shit. Like I just put out one from Burn a Bridge, which from 2001. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's new music to somebody, and you just put out clips of it.
New music to plenty of people, man. Realistically, how many people were listening in 2001 or whatever, right? Some people might. But,
you put out the clips of the hook, little clip of this part. Then you put the whole verse. Then you got people going to the song. It's really a simple. It's not simple. It's a lot of work. Definitely. But if you do it right, and you really pay attention, you can't really fail. Like, you may not get rich, but you're gonna have fun, and you're gonna make some money along the way, and you're gonna make fan base.
Well, and a lot of people look at being a musician like you really got to blow up and be Drake to like be successful, but you don't. There's a lot of levels of success, especially in Canada. A lot of guys are paying their bills off grants, or you know, off of having.
You pay your bills off grants. You pay your bills off just having like just touring, getting features, doing show, whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. At the end of the day, if you're doing music to make a lot of money and to fuck ladies, you're in the wrong business. You might get a lot of money. You definitely gonna have women who like you, but you don't want to be near them women anyway. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, we're all young at times, but some of them girls. Oh, I wish I could take my dick back. But like,
shit, man.
It's for the music. Anyways, I appreciate you. Like, I want you to know that what you do for. I know I be blabbering and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good, man. This is the format. This is. I'm happy to let you talk, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the fact that you're doing this, and I'm always willing to do it. I got my new album coming out July 18th. Which is my birthday.
Okay. Yeah,
that's my birthday, my 40th birthday. So I thought I was gonna put my dope ass project out there. Now I know I don't look it. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I got ID'd the other day.
Our entire generation is aging real gracefully, man. I got ID'd the other day too. Yeah, I was like, I haven't been 18 for 20 years, man.
I can ID quite frequently, lady. I was like, hey, go ahead.
Yeah.
But, it's my 40th, so I feel as though I feel as though I'm at a level now where I can keep going. Like I feel like we have to justify it to ourselves in a lot too. Like with the numbers I have right now and the things we are going, I feel like I can keep going. The best rappers in the game are almost 50 and shit like that. It's not a young man's game anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
We have elder statesmen now and shit like that. And you can travel forever. There's guys who do their bands with their friends and get paid till they 85. We as rappers can do that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not a young man's game anymore. I agree wholeheartedly, man. Dude,
so I'm dropping my project.
You sound like you enjoy the indie grind a lot. Would you ever sign to a major at this point? Like if some song blew up, and suddenly there was a contract being asked to you?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Of course I would. And I would realize that I'm gonna get screwed with no lube for the first 2 records.
Right.
That's gonna build me a fan base because the record labels, they don't have the initial like swag that you bring, but they have the machine to push it. You dig? So you take that machine, you make sure you don't spend all your money like an asshole. You make sure you don't get the limos and the bitches and the right? You pay back the money to the label off of it. Make sure you don't spend it all. Yep. Now you built a fan base and then you go independent. That would be my thought process. Of course I would if the deal was right. I realized that I would get screwed a bit, but it would jumpstart you in a way that would be smarter.
That's the thing. Is there a right deal? You know, like the more and more I see about how these fucking labels treat people, I go like, is there a right deal anymore? It sounds like they just kind of fucking.
It depends on what you're willing to do with it.
You know? It
depends on what you're willing to do with it.
Yeah.
So is it a 5-album deal I'm going to sign? Probably not. Is it a 2-album deal? And I'm going to be, okay, 3 years from now, I could probably get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Give them their 2 records. 3 years, I'm out of it. Hopefully they push me enough. I'm still on a label. My numbers is going to be up.
So something short where the end is still in sight. I think a lot of guys get looped into like, oh, I'll take a 360 deal for the next 40 years, no matter what or whatever. Like,
no. Like I want something short-sighted. I can get out of it, go back independent, and use the jump start that the label gave me to keep going. And because I understand the independent side, but you don't have to be with a label. I've said it like, I don't need a label. I think I'm going to be able to do all right this year. I really do. I think this year I'm going to separate myself and what I'm learning now and how to do it as a business and shit like that. Like, took me longer than other people, but now I'm finally understanding it. I think I'm gonna do all right.
Yeah, I think this is in the era, man. I'm still waiting for some of these fucking billionaire companies to kind of die out a little bit. It seems like they're trying to keep the industry old school, and the industry's like, nah, the internet's here. Like, what?
The internet's here, and well, the thing is that artists just need to understand that you have to put in the work that the label does for you.
Right.
Labels do a lot of shit. So if you're willing to put in the work to do it, then you don't need them, right? Yeah. Like I would be lying to you if I said it was easy. Yeah. I'd be lying to you if I said I'm not stressed out sometimes because of it. But I also know that I own my shit. So anything that comes back is for me. So, I mean, how can I get mad at that? When I see my royalty check, I don't have to split that shit with nobody if I know, well, that's mine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
How about Spotify? What are your thoughts on Spotify, man? I just heard something about how the federal government is going to make any streaming company that makes over, I don't know, $1 billion or some fucking thing every year pay 5%, and that'll go back to artists somehow to.
Oh, they rob us anyway.
Support the community. I mean, more money for grants or some shit, but yeah.
No, we getting robbed.
Not a fan? Yeah.
We're getting robbed, but it's the greatest thing ever. So. It's the greatest platform ever.
It's such a duality, man. I wouldn't be able to do After the Smoke is Clear and keep up every week with everybody's new releases if it wasn't for some platform
Spotify's
centralizing
the greatest fucking thing ever. Okay, Spotify, right? Yeah. Tidal. Everybody use Tidal. They pay us the most.
Yeah.
Tidal. You know, Apple Music, whatever the fuck it is.
And buy shit on Bandcamp. Bandcamp gives the artist the biggest cut. Yeah.
I should start doing some Bandcamp shit. I don't really use Bandcamp. I should start doing it.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it just is. The thing is that maybe I'll put my album on there too. I should do that, but. It gives us the ability to have our music out for everybody. It is the ability for people to say, are you on Spotify? And everybody can see you're on Spotify. Now, the numbers and those monthly listeners and shit is kind of like chasing a fucking, popularity contest. Like, I know when somebody looks at my shit and they see 30,000, like, okay, I'm willing to follow him. If I had 30, it'd be a different story.
He's on popping already, yeah. Dude, I saw a guy on Instagram go into the code the other day. Apparently, you can just go into the code and fucking find the line of code and type in any number you like. And then like take a screenshot of it and post that as your Instagram story. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is what people are doing out here? Like, holy shit.
The goal is don't buy any promo. Here's the thing. Stop paying Dream Eaters. That's my message to all these artists. Honestly, this is where I'm saying, like, in 2024, stop paying Dream Eaters. The guy in your inbox who's calling you fam and bro and thinks you have potential and he works at the radio station, he's gonna play your record if you pay him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
The person who want to pay you to get on their playlist, that's all bots. That really doesn't give you any organic engagement. Fuck them.
And it'll probably get your shit knocked off Spotify and yeah.
Anybody asking you to pay for shit, tell them nah. If they don't want to build with you, fuck off. You want to use me? If you want to do an interview with me like we're doing today, you know what I'm saying? I'm not paying you for the interview. Me using my likeness and my music is the payment.
Exactly.
We're the artists.
Yeah.
We have to understand that type of shit, right? And as soon as artists stop doing that, I promise you, stop paying any of these I call them dream eaters, because what the fuck else do they do? They eat off our dreams.
Right. Yeah. Bunch of middlemen, man, trying to
Stop
culture
paying them.
vulture it. Yeah.
Organically grow your shit. Make sure you're promoting your shit. Once you get to 10,000 on Spotify, which is hard, I know, but then they put you on their radio shit. Then you're getting like, the people jump up on their radio because then they
like onto the editorial playlists or whatever the fuck I hear people talk about.
So they have the Spotify radio shit too. And they have like a discovery mode and shit like that. Okay. So they'll start pushing your shit even more. So like I'm getting 60,000 streams a month and shit. A lot of that's from Spotify pushing my shit to their radio shit too, because I got to a certain point, they keep pushing it, right?
Nice.
Like just build organically and it will work. It will take time. It's took me a lot of time. I'm not even close to where I want to be. But you've seen me for a long time. I've been in this game. Like, motherfuckers, I've been doing this for so long.
Put in work, man, for real.
Put in work. Yeah. Put in your work. I promise you it'll pay off. And if it doesn't pay off, then rework it and figure out a different way. Yeah, you always have to figure it out. I had to figure it out. How many times I've died and come back to life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big, man. Rebirth. Yeah. What have you been listening to lately, man? I always like to ask everybody, are they listening to any local music? You ever listen to any locals, or like, I don't even necessarily mean just in Edmonton, but you know.
When they come across my, like when they send me shit, I listen to it. I'm in album mode a lot of the time, and I'm in promotion, and because I do so much music, it's hard to listen to anybody else. Right. Because I'm always doing a duet, or I'm always doing a record, or I'm always doing a feature. Like I'm really always doing music.
How often are you actually like writing something? Do you write
every day?
Every day, yeah. Damn.
Every day.
Yeah, nice.
If I'm not doing that, I'm doing I'm doing shit. I actually like business shit. If I'm doing business shit, I'm probably listening to like whatever's coming across my like Spotify and shit like that. I try and make sure I listen to the artists that I know of in the city. Like again, I love Cabral's new records. Shout out to him. Good Girls Hot. Conscious sent me a record in my email or something like that. I try and listen to artists, right? Like Kripal, he's doing his thing. These are guys I always listen to. Mac doing his thing, but I just try and find artists when I can. Yeah. But I definitely also like some bullshit ass music when I'm just chilling. Like I love me some like Trippie Redd, and like I like the bullshit. I like the bullshit. I don't know. I've been listening.
It's all good, man. Everything's got a time and a place, as I always say.
Yeah, you know? I've been listening to Dolph. Like sometimes I'm just a drug dealer on my way to do something. Sometimes I just want to be a gangster and a drug dealer in my head on my way to Tim Hortons. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I just
a little bit of escapism, man. And, that's real.
I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I do try and listen to the Spotify, like, they give you the lists or whatever like that. Yeah. And I try and find artists that online if I see somebody dropping shit, merch dropping shit or other people. But again, I'm always in my head doing music. So unfortunately, it's hard for me to keep up. Like it was hard for me to keep up even on the Drake and Kendrick battle. Yeah. Just because I'm so busy and I really don't give a fuck about the gossip. The thing that was. By the way, Drake out-rapped Kendrick.
That was a whole circus, man.
Whether or not Kendrick got the win on the gossip aspect of it or the exposing side of it, I don't give a fuck. Regardless if Kendrick got that, Drake out-rapped him. Now they could say that Drake had writers and blah blah blah.
You might be the first like credible voice I've heard say that. Like first actual opinion who I'm like, all right, this guy knows hip hop. I mean,
he out-rapped him. like if I listen to just the schemes and the bars and the wordplay, right? Okay. Drake out-rapped him, in my opinion. But Kendrick won, I guess, in like the whole like shock value, has the #1 song, the blah blah blah. But like if it's just rap, sure. If I listen to the Euphoria and I listen to the Heart Part 6 or whatever the fuck, Drake's out rhyming him.
I think the thing with a battle that big is that both side is untouchable. Everybody's fans are gonna walk away saying that guy won, and I'm Canadian, so people think I have a bias and this and the next thing. Kendrick never really is. I'm not a big Kendrick fan. You're right. Yeah. I'm not a huge Drake fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But okay, I have some bias there, I guess. But which I mean, everybody does. It's art, right? It is a subjective thing, right?
I didn't like the fact that you're trying to say he's not black enough.
Sure.
I don't like that shit. I don't like the fact that because he's Canadian, he's not black enough.
I didn't take it to mean that as much, and I mean, I know I'm a white guy, so I probably should just shut my mouth and not have an opinion on this.
I understand that part of it was the fact that he's a Jewish guy, grew up with his white moms and this and that, but his dad's in Memphis. I understand that he's an actor, but they don't understand that you're not allowed to be too black in Canada in some aspects.
Sure.
Let's be real.
It's just some old clips of the guy where, like the clip where he's talking about how like Toronto slang is ignorant. or whatever. That one made me feel like, okay, so he was really standing on that other side of the fence at one point.
He was with them. He was with P. Rain and them in the street, his pastor, sure, whatever. And he does do some fuck shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the McConan thing where he signs people and takes their swag and kind of like culture. I get he kind of like just rides other people's waves and shit sometimes. And he had some writers and shit. I get it. But to have to like stoop so low is like, I don't want to hear you say nigga anymore. It's kind of weird to me because he's black. They don't say it to Big Pun.
Fair enough.
They don't say it to Fat Joe.
Yeah.
They're not even black. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna say it to them, but you're gonna say it to Drake? I don't know, bro. Like it just seemed like low hanging fruit. And then it seems like the Canadian thing, you're not part of the culture. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
I just took it to mean like they knew he specifically wasn't part of that culture. Like that Kendrick they just thought he dude was a pop star too much to be running around pretending he's tough. You know, I don't like Drake when he pretends to be tough or whatever the bar was. I like him with the melodies kind of thing. Like,
I get that shit too. I do get that shit, but like, there's also a side of it is this, right? Is that when you're in Canada, I told you what the radio said to me. If it don't get played between Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, don't send the shit to me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't send them records like they could send them records in Compton.
True.
We have to know how to make pop music too. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we're in a place where it's what, 75% white folks? Like, it's not the same, bro. So like,
and he figured it out and he cracked that fucking code.
He figured it out and cracked the code, right?
Yeah.
So there has to be licenses for that, in my opinion, right?
Definitely.
They're looking at him like he's not, because of course we have to a little bit to some, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that necessarily. Also, I keep hearing them say, I'm not gonna let some motherfucker from Canada not part of the. I've been talking to people on TikTok about that. Like, yo, y'all think that?
Well, that was just about Tupac specifically. I feel like. I mean, he was just like, what the fuck is some guy who's not from Compton using Tupac's voice for? And I think that's a fair critique. I mean, that was
Tupac
fucked
from
up.
Baltimore. No, deadass. Tupac's from Baltimore. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was militant as fuck. His family Black Panthers, but he's not a thug.
Yeah, no, he was in drama school and stuff. I know Pac's history or whatever. Yeah, for real.
Love Pac, not a thug.
Yeah.
Hard as fuck, not a hard as fuck, but not.
Jumped out and shot an undercover cop or whatever.
Yes, he did. So
but he didn't grow up like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Well, but his parents were Panthers, so God only knows how he grew up. I mean, I don't, but yeah.
Listen, I know how he grew up because he grew. Listen, my family, I knew how he grew up because my Aunt Santua was like his one of his like second moms when his mom was gone. Like, so I'm saying, my family Black Panthers. So like, I don't know the man. That's why I never use that to like my advantage and shit. But like, I'm close to people who know this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's militant, and yes, all the things that we love about the man. But he's not a thug nigga. Like,
you said, you'd never use AI to write a verse. Would you ever use AI to pretend to be Tupac on a verse?
No, that was cheesy. I get that. That was cheesy as shit. I want to do something, but I don't.
I also want to hear where's Snoop. Why does Snoop never pipe up with like isn't it fucked up to use somebody who's still alive's voice? Like, what the fuck was going on there? I don't know.
Snoop's on tour with Murky right now. Murky's on tour with Snoop, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Snoopy don't give a fuck.
I guess he didn't care. He didn't. I thought the next day he would be on his Instagram like being mean to Snoop, you know.
Even some hip hop people. I heard Fat Joe talking about it like he thought it was funny. He thought it was clever. Like because it was clearly a joke.
Right.
Right, it was clearly a joke. It wasn't like this is the main. I don't know. It was a little,
I swear I didn't mean to recap the fucking Drake Kendrick beef here with you.
I think it was bad for everybody. It was good for everybody in the same breath. It was good. Kendrick's back. You know what I'm saying? It was bad for everybody, good for everybody.
Yeah. It was entertaining as hell. I was entertained. I don't know.
The pedophile thing is heavy. Like, you're calling a man a pedo crazy. I think that's the buzzword for everybody now. If they hate you, they're gonna call you that.
I feel like that was before then. You know, there were a lot of people on the internet quick to call, I don't know, trans people pedophiles, or quick to call fucking you know, the teachers in public schools pedophiles, or fucking call whoever else. Yeah, that's a big accusation. And I mean, Kendrick, he didn't just say that. He said, like, you deserve to die for this shit. Like, I was like, oh my God, man. Like, oh, you took it all the way there. Okay.
If it's true, you do. But like, God damn, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It just seems like a gossip thing. But I mean, in the same breath, hey, you know, that's
who knows what's real, rap, man. Yeah.
People be going at your head, man. And I think
actually, for me, I just said this in last interview. I still don't know if dude has a daughter. Did anybody ever clear that up? Is that his daughter or is it not his daughter? Like, we're just all like, oh, it was fun. Who cares? Like, okay, on we go to the next fucking thing, I guess.
That's why I don't understand it, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, the way I put it is this. it's none of my business. I'm a hip hop fan, so I'd be at it. Hey, I'm just gonna come up, but I do want people to understand that, like, you know, I don't like the idea. I think a lot of it's just Drake hate. Like when you had a million dislikes on this shit or whatever. So I think a lot of it is like, when you're at the top, they want to get you.
Yeah.
When you're at the top, people are trying to take you down.
A lot of people have, I mean, and I'm not going to lie, man, it's me. It's me. I fucking listened to Drake's first mixtape and I was like, nah, this is not me. This is not the hip hop I like. And no, it's personal opinion, man. It wasn't for me. I was just like, he's singing too much. This isn't the shit that I like. And
I understand.
And then like watching him just get bigger and bigger and bigger until all of Canada is like, that's the guy. He's the god of hip hop. And he's running around calling himself the GOAT as his fucking... I mean, like, he was on Funk Flex fucking rapping off of his phone.
That's where the problem lies. So, like,
for
me, I will never say that I'm, like, I won't have anybody pen my 16 because I do want to be on, like, the Mount Olympus of, like pens. I want my pen to be, just, even if I know it, I want to know that I have one of those pens that belong on.
Because you're a real fucking MC, man. And any other MC I've talked to has that same opinion. And to run around and be rapping other people's full-on songs, I mean...
If he said he was just an artist...
Yeah.
Different story. If he would have just said he was an artist, he could have been the biggest artist in the world, not done that.
Go. Yeah.
That's where people's gripe is. But we've heard references of him writing for Wayne now. So it's not like he don't write. I
just always assumed he was, I swear to God, from the very beginning, I heard his bars and I was like, well, this is the guy who's been writing for Wayne. Like, dude, the style is so similar. That whole simile flow, he fucking...
But what does that mean, though, brother? That means Drake is as dope as he said he is.
Sure, yeah. So it means he does have a pen game, but that he recruits other people to, I don't know, really make sure that the hit's going to be the hit, I guess.
He's putting out how much music? It's got to pump out so much music. You look at Kendrick, he drops once every 7 years. Drake drops every year. The other side of it is, I'm not defending that. I'm just saying, if he's writing for Wayne, his pen is obviously dope. He's writing songs for Alicia Keys. His pen's obviously dope. I know he's had a few people do it, but if he's writing for other people like that, he's dope. We wrote for Kanye, this and the next thing. The other side of it is we don't know the industry and how much they want you to produce, right?
Yeah.
And there's part of that, right? The other side of it on that is like, again, I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but like Twista said this. He said, if you got a pen game, but you're able to get a bunch of people in that room who also got pen games,
right? You're
a monster.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? If you gave me a hook.
Well, Twista's been around, no, and there's different levels to ghostwriting too, right? I was going to say that like it's one thing to be in a room with somebody and suggest a bar. To me, it's a different thing to record an entire fucking reference track and send that over and be like, memorize this, and then come into the studio and rap it for me. Because, dude, we've all seen the soccer mom who can rap the Busta Rhymes thing, right? Or who can rap fucking Rap God or whatever. They're out there, like
with the guys that you see me with. I've done it. Like, listen, I promise you, every single one of those guys I've been with, Bible, Sane, Matt, we've all been in a room and they've given me a line or I wrote something or like, yo, you should say this bar and vice versa. We've done that.
And that's
but it's
normal,
never been,
right?
Yeah, it's never been normal. And you're in a room, it's never been a whole verse. Well, no, I've written for some people, but none of like the real rappers. You're right. I've never really.
Right.
But but I've done some ghostwriting.
I've done reference tracks for amateur rappers, man. I used to run a program recording with whoever would come in, right? So
I'm never telling nobody. I promise you, I'm never telling nobody because I want that back.
No, I'm not going to snitch on anybody specifically. I'm just going to say that shit has happened, you know. And
call me back if I did some ghostwriting for you. I am available.
But those people are very humble and very appreciative, and they're not going to pop up next week talking about how they're the greatest of all time with their fucking 6 skills.
They could. I'm never telling. They could. Drake, hey. I'm never telling on you, bro. We could listen. I will make you the GOAT again, baby.
Bro, no, I've been doing 1 or 2 interviews a week all fucking year, and I have managed to not talk about this entire situation at all. Like I've been until this one. So these are the opinions. You managed to get the opinions out of me. Otherwise, I've just been asking people like,
I'm sorry,
just generalizations about like, what do you think about hip hop beef? Or
I don't like hip hop beef. I love it, but I hate it.
Okay.
I love it, but I hate it. Because why? You know what I'm saying? Because why? I don't really care to do it. If you say my name, though, I have to come at you, and vice versa, because it is what it is.
Right.
Speaking of that, as we're speaking about like disrespectful shit, rest in peace, Pat Stay.
Hell yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got an opportunity to talk to him when he was alive once and tell him how dope I thought he was and give him his flowers. So I'm happy I got to do that. I was doing a song with Nino Bless, which happened to be one of his favorite artists. And so they were on the phone. I got to tell him how dope I thought he was. Shout out to Quake, because I know how hard it is to lose your best friend. You know what I'm saying? And so Yeah, just that. Like if I'm not Pat, why am I battle rap? I don't do battle rapping. I'm not good at it like Pat is. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't. It's like I don't freestyle because I'm not good like Junkies with the freestyler. My brother journalist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm a pen guy. So yes, if somebody comes at me, I'll go with them. But I don't want to do no battle raps and shit. Like, don't play with me. I promise you, don't play with me. I promise you, don't play with me. I'm not weak, but I also would rather work with you motherfuckers than against you.
Yeah, man. Hey,
You
can
know
I
what I'm saying?
ask
What's
you
the
this, man?
Yeah.
What sacrifices would you say that an artist has to make in order to be successful?
Love?
They got to sacrifice love.
We all have.
God damn.
Yeah, you've all had. I don't know.
My
about all
heart
of
just
it.
dropped 3 levels. It was shrunk
Let me
up.
rephrase that. You know the song "Molly" by Lil Dicky?
No, I know who Lil Dicky is, but I don't
There's
know
a
his
song "Molly" by
songs.
Lil Dicky, and I know he's a joke rapper, but it's a song where he says like, "If I gave up all of this, I could have her back," kind of shit.
I really hate joke rap, and I've always thought that that guy seems like he's genuinely talented, but just chooses to make rap that I don't like because it's too
So
joke.
Molly's not a joke. Molly has some joke
Okay.
lines in, but it's not a joke. Molly is like, it's really poignant. It's like even Justin Bieber, all these artists that talk about losing their love, but they
Right.
lose their love because of their first love. So music, a lot of the times, will stop you from having the woman or a man that you want.
Mm.
And a lot of the times you have to make that decision. Do I chase this? Do I keep doing what I'm doing? Do I give it up for this person I love? I think that's something that I think a lot of artists have in common.
Yeah.
I've met women in my life that are genuinely, I could have been happy as fuck forever. But would I have been if I had to give up what I was doing to go live the life that would make it work out with them? See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so
I've had that feel, and I knew that, you know, choosing that life was about to kill my soul, man.
Yeah, so love
Yeah.
love is the answer. It's like I have my first true love. If you're dating me, you're in a poly relationship with me and music. It is what it is, and music's probably gonna win.
Yeah.
So it's not for everybody, and so that is my answer. Yeah, sacrifice. You're gonna sacrifice love
I like that,
in
man.
some ways. And if you
So
don't have to, congratulations.
you got a little bit more time to talk here? I normally do a
Let's
segment
go.
where I ask people how important is this or that.
Baby, I'm having fun, eh?
Okay,
I'm not
come,
even
man.
smoking weed. I'm just like excited. I don't know why we have a good time.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah,
I should have rolled one up.
it's been a great talk. Yeah, if I mean, you look like you're in position. Why not? Okay, but how important is making music videos in 2024? Let's go there.
So important, and I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
I've always hated them, actually. I don't like visuals because it makes me. I've always felt like I want the people to envision what they think with the music. I don't want to show them what it is, but I've realized through working with and biting the bullet and being like, okay, fuck, fine, and listening to other people, it's really important. People need visuals, but they don't need full music videos.
Yeah.
So like, you can do just like, again, you can do clips of things. You can have the same video and clip it up 17 times,
Right.
or do the same clips, do a chorus in like 15 different spots and push that record. So it doesn't have to be full videos anymore. It can be, but it's more about content.
Duets and minute long. Here's the verse. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and if you got a single coming, drop the hooks, drop the this, drop the verse, drop bits and pieces, get them all excited.
Yeah.
Have like a part of it that do you feel like this? Like little fucking captions and shit. Like things like that.
For real, man. How important is getting grants for Canadian artists?
Super important, and like, fuck, it's still hard to do. Like, because they're so hard to write, and people charge. They charge so much money, but yeah, they are really important. I got to get better at that. That's one thing I got to get better at.
Are those dream killers that we should pay? Or dream eaters or whatever you said? You said stop paying these dream eaters. Yeah, I know people do pay to get grants. You know,
they do something to actually try and get you a grant, right? They're not just putting you on their playlist that they have like 100,000 bots on. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're gonna pay your engineer. You're gonna pay for your beats. Pay for your fucking beats.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna pay for your grant writers. You're gonna pay for your but you're not gonna pay to be on somebody's show. It's insane.
Can I get you to elaborate on pay for your beats? I have a 20-something-year-old friend who was telling me the other day about how like he just put out an EP and it's 4 stolen beats, and I was like, man, like, fuck artists, am I right? I said to him.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, I don't think it matters till we blow up or whatever. And I was like,
oh my God,
whatever you're gonna say, man. All right. Yeah.
That's insane. Hey, listen, Youngblood, that person wrote half of your song. Don't they deserve to get paid, even if it's just at least the $27 or whatever the fuck it is to get the rights to use it? Here's the thing: you can't even license it to a TV station or nothing until you own the actual exclusive rights or
Right.
get the rights to do so. But can't you at least pay the fucking whatever it is, the $27 to make sure that you're putting it on to get your little stream in?
Especially
on,
like you're gonna take your girlfriend to McDonald's and spend $27. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing. Yeah.
Give them their credit.
Yeah.
Make sure they get their writings credit. If you don't know who it is and you get the beat, whatever, like I understand sometimes like you get a beat from back in the day, I forgot, whatever you try. If they come back and holler at you, great. I understand. I've been in that situation where I was like, I used to, you know what I mean? I get it. But no, they all have their fucking beat stars underneath the fucking beat. Just fucking pay for the beat, bro.
It's easy. Yeah. I agree, 100%. That's knowledge right there. That's what they need to know.
Pay for the fucking beat. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, man.
No, you're genuine, and let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
You genuinely being an asshole if you don't pay for just the lease. Come on, go ahead. Sorry, brother.
I told him that much, man. I told him pretty much that same thing. I was not soft with telling him that, like, yeah, that's pretty shiesty, bro. Like, yeah.
Do your business right, because then people will always work with you. Here's the other side of it. Eventually, you won't even have to pay for beats.
Right.
Because eventually you're going to be like me now, where I don't have to pay people for their beats.
Yep.
People put beats in my inbox because they know I'm going to do the business right.
Hell yeah.
So I don't have to pay for beats anymore.
Is that random producers? Because I was telling somebody just yesterday, actually, different guy, but I was talking to him about he wants to do a project, and he was saying where he was going to get his beats. And, you know, I kind of was weighing out like BeatStars versus like, I know producers across Canada at this point who we could reach out to and see if they'll sell you beats, kind of thing, right? And like a lot of those guys are happy to sell beats.
In the beginning, you're going to have to pay them, and you do that, right? Get the license. Even if you can only pay for a little pack, whatever it is, who cares? Don't be scared somebody else is going to get on your beat. Try and pick beats that are not the most popular fucking beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But most of the like Canadian producers, they're not just going to be leasing that beat out to a million different people. Like most of them are willing to work with people who will pay them X amount of dollars for a beat.
They want a bit of your publishing. If you don't pay them up front, you might have to give them the writer's credit and some of the publishing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is, right? But at the end of the day, once you start really showing yourself, improving yourself, they'll start randomly finding you on Instagram and just sending you packs.
There you go. And that's what I was telling him is you'll start building a relationship with other people who genuinely are also pushing music and like making dope music. And if you're making dope music with them, then they'll want to work more and more, and it'll get cheaper until it's like, let's just do a project. Because
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
How important is having a DJ or a hype man for your stage show?
It is what it isn't, depending on the type of artist you are.
Yeah.
So I wish I had a hype man and a DJ. I've had one at some points, and sometimes even like Juice would come on stage with me just because like we had some fun on there.
Yeah.
But you better be able to rock it yourself. You better be able to. Now, if you can get a hype man to fuck with you, great, amazing. But make sure you can do it your damn self. Go up there and rock. You got a job to do. Do it.
Yeah.
Put your CD, put your playlist on one mix. And rock that shit. If you don't have a DJ, so just do your thing. But if you can get a DJ and a hype man, hell yeah. Dancers and shit. I be out getting dancers and shit. I'm different.
And I haven't seen anybody with dancers on stage. I don't know if I've ever seen people with dancers on stage.
I did that at the Nelly show, and I'm gonna be doing it for. I have the show coming up. I think I'm getting Stampede again. I'm gonna check it out. So I'm gonna get one of them, and I'm gonna try and bring a dance squad with me. Like, I'm not playing. I'm trying to put on shows, man.
I saw they got Red and Meth performing at the Stampede, and then in real small print underneath it says with DJ Premier, and I was like, DJ Premier fucking spinning for Red and Meth? Get me a ticket.
No, I always had the Red and Meth shows, right? But then they rebooked it. I didn't get on the tour this time. They put on Drunk and Hungry. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So they went on that tour, but I'm going to try and get another one of them shows that's coming up on Stampede and do that. So, and it's an artist that I've actually always fucked with that a lot of people try and hate on, but he had a hell of a run. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking
about. Yeah. Word, man. How important is it to work with one producer and develop a sound?
Nah, it's not that important.
No. Okay.
No. Every producer has a different sound. I mean, so if you suck at beat selection and you can find a hit boy like Nas did, great. Yeah. But if you can build relationships with a bunch of different producers, it's not bad to have different sounds on you. And shit, like I work with Tone Jones, I work with Ice Bath Beats, I work with Sag, I work with a bunch of different people I meet on TikTok, everywhere. If I meet a producer and they hot, cool. Sometimes they send me shit and it's whack, and I'm like, bro, I can't really do anything with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I feel like there's
some dope ass verse.
Yeah, man. There's two different schools of emceeing, I think, where like some guys want to develop, like some guys will say like, no, I only want to rap on my own beats. I want to develop my own sound and be super original or unique or whatever the fuck, right? And those guys are out there.
Yeah, I just don't rap on your own shit all the time.
Yeah,
I feel like you need to have other sounds, man. Like it's a lot.
makes
Don't
the
do that. Like,
catalog boring for me, man.
makes the catalog boring as shit.
Yep.
Maybe not all the time, but like definitely get other sounds.
For real, yeah. Do different projects with different producers or something. I
100%.
think I'm not sure if I like a project with a bunch of different producers on it as much. It's probably tough to make that feel cohesive. I mean, like,
No,
you know,
I do.
Illmatics out there or whatever that they have
It's
happened,
about
but
you. It's about you as the artist, bro. You're the
okay.
songwriter.
Yeah.
You're the songwriter. So I can see your point, but you're the songwriter. So if I get a pack of beats from 5 different producers,
Right.
I can find some within those packs. I
That'll
can find
work
things
with
that
the
work.
other ones. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. How about this, man? How important is it to open for big name rappers when they come through town? I know you've had some experience doing that.
It's very important if it's worth your time and your effort. So I'm not paying anybody to open for nobody. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm just not gonna fucking do it. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm not paying I'm not buying tickets up front and selling to my friends and make sure I have a certain amount of tickets. So my job is to come rock your fucking crowd. That's what I'm gonna do. If you want a dope ass show, I'll be there. Will I promote it on my socials? Will I do all that shit? Absolutely. Will I try and get a couple tickets out on my website and this and that thing? Absolutely. I am not the fucking promoter.
Yeah.
I am not paying you up front to do the show. I have turned down so many shows where they told me they wanted me to pay up front for this. Nah, I'm not. It's not a flex. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. And every artist should stop doing that because it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But other artists are gonna take that and do it. Cool. But it doesn't make sense to me to pay.
I think it depends a lot, man. Like for me, I never did shows like that because, you know, I had fucking moved up to Edmonton. I didn't know, you know, I didn't have a graduating class of people that I fucking knew in Edmonton or whatever. And I wasn't working at a bar or some shit. I was painting houses with 3 other guys, right? So it was like to get out and sell all those tickets was more daunting than it might have been if I was fucking pouring drinks every night or whatever, right? Like working in some bar industry, like. I lost your audio somehow. Here. Something change? No, I lost your audio. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I can like hear it crackle or something, but
I didn't change anything. No.
That's weird, man. You wanna? I mean, I can hear you a tiny bit better now, but it's still fucked up. That's weird.
Is it better?
No. That's.
No?
I don't know what the fuck, man. Do you want to try leaving and coming back, maybe, or some shit? Okay. Yeah, we'll edit this junk out. Sorry for the live audience, but yeah, it is what it is. Always something with tech, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Always something with tech. A few weeks ago, my mic wasn't working. The gauge was jumping like it was supposed to be working, and it just wasn't. I was talking to Jay Roberts, and I was completely fucking muted the whole time. So sometimes it just is what it is. I had to reschedule with Jay Roberts. Hopefully this works here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear again.
I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what's happening? They were trying to get me to stop. They don't want me to say what I'm about to say. They don't want me to say what I'm about to say. Here's what I'm gonna say. Artist. Here's the thing. Ready? Know your worth. I would rather not get a fucking show than pay somebody to rock their crowd for them.
Yeah. Your
job is to make music and rock the fucking show and promote. Sure. I'm not guaranteeing your ticket sales. I'm not guaranteeing I'm buying shit up front for you to no. Fuck no. It's time for us to start understanding our worth, okay? You have put in all this time and effort to make the music and become a good performer. What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
That's it.
Nothing.
That's it.
They're using some bankroll to bring an artist in or whatever. That's about the extent.
I have said no to so many shows. Yeah. I promise you I have. Like shows of people be like, how'd you say no to that shit? Fuck that shit. Okay? Fuck that shit. Dead ass. I'm sorry to cuss like that, but I'm telling you dead in your face.
It's beautiful.
Respectfully, I decline. That's it.
Hell yeah, man.
And if everybody does it, we get better. We get paid. If everybody does this shit. I'm just not playing anymore.
We need the artist unions, man. I'm waiting for those things to start popping up. Yeah, I'm hoping there's this dude in the States, Demiza, who's fucking got an IG account. Everybody should be following.
I like that dude. I be watching this shit all the time.
Yeah, man. Dropping gems, man. Dropping gems.
He's in the studio and shit. Yeah, that's free game all day. I be paying attention to him. Hell yeah. I love that dude.
How important is an artist's physical location? Does it matter where you're at anymore?
Yeah, it does, but it doesn't. It it does, but it doesn't. We gotta go to the States and shit. Like, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go to Europe. But you can connect to anybody through the internet nowadays. Um, but yeah, like, it does matter. We have less people than California, so
Yeah.
it does matter. But you can make it happen. Just keep grinding. Like, I'd be famous right now if I was American or dead, one of the two, or in jail, because it's America. And,
How about
you know,
moving to Vancouver or Toronto? A lot of Edmonton.
I was in Vancouver, and it
guys
depends on the
bounce.
scene you're in, but
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter like that. It doesn't, because the internet's so heavy, it doesn't matter, right? Like, it really doesn't. Your online presence really matters, and can you travel to other places and do shows and connect with people, right? That's
Right.
really what it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But if I could live in, like, Miami or some shit, fuck yeah, I'm going. Come on.
Yeah. This is a new one I've been asking a few people. How important is staying physically fit for an artist? Is that important?
I lost 200 pounds, 220 pounds, some shit. Like, I was 480 pounds at one point, right? So I've lost like 220 pounds or some shit like that. 200 pounds.
Nice, man. Congrats.
Thank you very much. It took a long time. I did it, like, especially I did a lot of walking over COVID. I still got some more to lose. You feel better, you look better, the ladies like you more. No, the ladies always like you if you have personality. Women don't really give a fuck.
Right.
But like, but it does. There's something nice about being able to wear different clothes and styling up and feeling good. Like, yes, it's good to take care of yourself because you have to be able to perform and you have to live.
Yeah.
Living is important.
Staying alive, that goes a long ways. Yeah.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
Wanting to be an artist, you might want to be alive. Well, then again.
Yeah. So, some guys just want to live fast and die young, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Authenticity is also more. To add to the staying healthy, I want to add something to you.
Sure.
Authenticity is the most important thing. Being genuine. If you're a big dude, be a big dude. I don't care. If you're if you're a nerd, be a nerd. If you're not a gangster, don't be a fucking gangster. Just have everybody checking you at your shows. Don't do it. If you don't pretend at all,
100%.
be you. I promise you, it's the coolest thing to be.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be, like I said to you before we started this shit. Don't be too cool. Please don't be too cool. Who gives a fuck what existential people think about what cool is? Or you're too big, or you're too this, or you're too small, or you're too white, or you're too black, or you're too this. Fuck them all.
This transitions nicely to the next one I've got for you, man.
Just be you. Go ahead.
How important is an MC's fashion?
Oh, well. It's important. Match your clothes, boys and girls. Match your fucking clothes. Like here's the thing. I'm at this hat with this thing, and then I got these shorts on that match it. You see what I'm saying?
You were aware what colors you were putting on in the morning.
I got these shoes to match shit. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Just all right.
Match your clothes. I learned one of the real reasons I seen this happen was in the hospital. I was working in the hospital. You have to wear scrubs. I only had like 5 pairs of scrubs, right? Different colors. But I make my sweater match my shoes, and all the old nurses were like, look at you looking all good. And I got all kinds of attention over everybody just because I match my clothes. It's appealing to the eye.
Right.
Wear things that are cool, and don't think that you can't wear pinks and purples and light blues. I like pastels. I'm pastel poppy out this bitch. Like, don't have to be black and boring all the time. Like, black and gray is like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, you're not manly. It's just boring.
Yeah, word.
My opinion. I know some people don't like to do that, and if you don't like it, then take it with a grain of salt. But don't wear yellow fucking pants with a red shirt and a blue hat. Just fucking figure it out.
Yep.
Also, you don't have to wear name brand everything. I promise you, I'll go to Value Village or a fucking thrift store and find an outfit and put it together better than somebody who spent $3,000 on an outfit. Doesn't matter the brand names and shit.
Thrift stores are the wave right now, man.
I love thrift stores. This hat was $3.
There you go. Yeah, beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? This is fun.
How about how important is finding or having the right romantic partner for an artist specifically?
You have to find somebody who wants to work with you. You got to find somebody. You better find. So the only relationship that's ever worked for me in this game is finding somebody who also had skills in this game. So being with a woman who enjoys making videos and shit.
Okay.
Having women on your team who enjoy. I never meet a woman at a show because that's her seeing me in God mode. So she's not going to like me on a Wednesday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's not going to work out.
Expectations too high. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Expectations too high. Somebody who doesn't trip out about being in the backstage and shit like that. I was with a girl one time. She tripped out so much being at the backstage with Yellow Wolf. I was like, I can't bring you outside. It's weird. It's gross. You know, what's wrong with you? So shit like that, right? But yeah, it's somebody who's compatible to you. So, and somebody who understands the lifestyle you live, and somebody who's not jealous. You dig? If she needs validate, and this I can only speak from a man's perspective, but if she needs to be validated on like Facebook with your love posts all the time, shit like that, get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. You know my friends, that should be enough. My mom knows who you are. Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? I don't need this existential validation. Right. Somebody who understands the game you're in. You know what I mean? My dad used to tell me a long time. He's like, yo, you got to get with a woman who understands that women are gonna like. You're gonna be around women. Nah, see, I like girls who like girls. We like girls together. You know what I'm saying? We're tag team champions of the world. But if you can't get that, you know what I'm saying? Just find somebody who understands the game. And by the way, you're not a player unless you can do it all and tell the truth. Don't lie to them. Keep it a buck. Before you smash, okay?
Yeah.
Before you fuck, tell her what it is.
Let them know. Yeah.
Be honest, because if you're honest before you smash, if he changes up and catches feelings later, you get to still sleep like a baby because you didn't do nothing wrong.
Hell yeah, man. Keep your conscience clear. Yeah.
Keep it honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather give up my opportunity to smash than be a douchebag later.
100%, man. 100%. How important is having a manager? You ever had a manager?
Yeah. I remember one time I came back, I had $10,000 in an envelope. I threw it at Juice and I said, quit your job, you're my manager now. That was the best day ever. That was good. He hated his job. That was great. It was cool having a manager. Nowadays, I just have, like, I have a partner, like, I have a right hand. You know, me and a shorty, like, we do everything together. She makes videos, we do things, like, she does some of the stuff, I do some of the stuff. So we manage it together kind of thing. And I have people around me in my corner to help. So I'm basically doing it myself. But like, yes, having a manager would be great, but it has to be somebody who just believes in you and wants to work with you, because we don't have like a lot of money to pay people like all this money all the time to do it. So really the goal is to be your own manager if you can. Understand, like, compartmentalize the shit you have to do. But yeah, it's important to have a manager, I guess. Like, it just, whatever your path is. But I had a manager, was lit. Somebody to get you shows. Booking agents are really important. Man, I miss Juice for that. God damn, I miss Juice for that. You know,
having somebody in the corner, man, that can go a long ways.
I miss Juice for that. He was a promoter, bro. You know how good it was to have a promoter? Oh my God, I miss Juice for that. That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out yet. Motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker. Damn. But yeah, so yeah, if you can have one, cool. But just making sure it's somebody who wants to see you win for no fucking reason other than just to see you win, baby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Got to be the right person for sure. That's what a lot of people tell me when I ask them that one. Yeah. All these how important questions, I ask all sorts of different MCs so that I can put montages together or whatever. Yeah.
I'll add to this, like, having somebody who wants to win, who wants to see you win just because they want to see you win, is something I experienced when I was with Juice. And I talk about my brother a lot. And I'm going to talk about him to the day I die. I don't give a fuck. His name's going to ring bells on my mouth till forever.
Hell yeah.
Always. But like, that's the quality I look at people now. If I don't see that quality in somebody, I don't really want to rock with them at all. That's the quality I look for now. That you just want to see me win just cause. Not because it benefits you, not because anything. If you just want to see me win, I'll rock with you. Because I just want to see you win. Yeah. Bro, it doesn't have to benefit me at all for you to become the biggest fucking interviewer in the world. I would love to see that for you. I don't have to get $1 from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see you win, bro. Fuck it.
Appreciate that,
That's
man.
Attitude. You know what I'm saying?
How important is pressing vinyl or just having physical merch in general, but more specifically vinyl?
I'm doing print to order right now, but I will have some like I like some, like, you know, album things. I think I'm going to the USB route with, like, I want to do cassettes, but maybe like a cassette USBs or some shit. I'm going to do like some fun shit.
Okay.
I think it's hard to do merch and buy them all up front and the different sizes and shit. So print to order is really, really good for artists and when you're not like up there yet. So have business cards with your print to order shit on it. People will buy your shit. You don't have to sell it at $20. If they can buy Versace and bullshit fucking this and the next thing, they can spend $100 a sweater. Okay? It is what it is.
Got $250 Nikes on, but they're going to complain about a $30 or $40 tee.
They can buy a sweater, fam. They can do it. I promise you. Just make sure your shit's cool and you design it right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but print to order is really the way to go if you don't have the cash up front.
Nice, man. How important is listening to the legends of hip hop?
I'm going to answer this different than most people do.
Okay.
I don't think you have to.
All right.
I think you have to understand them. And you have to, I'm 40. So like, for me, I grew up on some legends.
Yeah.
But like, I don't, and I know who Run DMC is, and I know who De La Soul is, and I know who Tribe is, and this and anything, but I'm not necessarily a fan of their music. it's before my time.
Right.
I like Onyx and Mobb Deep and fucking Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? It's just before my time.
Yeah.
Yes, LL Cool J is a boss, and I listen to some of those records, and I do listen to Queen Latifah. I definitely listen to some, but I'm not.
Well, and the respect is there, right? Like, I can respect LL Cool J. I know he did things that built this game.
But I'm wrapping circles around Run DMC, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect them, but we've progressed so far that I respect them as the OGs. But listening to them maybe once or twice, you know what I'm saying? But they don't got to be in my everyday catalog, because listening to Run DMC is not going to help me be a better rapper now.
Yeah. LL Cool J just announced he's dropping another album very soon here.
He's the shit. No, his thing on. He's the original GOAT to me. And Big Daddy Kane just dropped a freestyle.
I mean, he made the term. I think you got to put the guy in the conversation. He
Rakim, KRS, Big Daddy Kane, LL. Like, you gotta understand the old dudes. Like, yes, listen to some, but like, it doesn't have to be in your everyday playlist. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You have to know who they are, respect them, don't disrespect them. But I promise you, some rappers from back then are not going to help you be a better rapper now, because you're probably better than they are now because they were the originals. Like, everybody's rapping better than Run DMC right now. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a hater thing I'm saying. It's just like, I listen, they're like the Beatles. Like, I love you, but I don't need to listen to you, like, really ever.
For real. I hear that. I've had a few people answer it that way, man. I've had a few people say it that way. You know, none of these have any right answer. That's the beauty to how I try to put these questions together. Is there are MCs on both sides of all these questions, right?
Yeah, and I think I grew up with it. That's the other side of it.
Yeah.
My mama was just at the T-Pain show and the Eminem show in Detroit. Like, they got a DJ Clue, like, cassette tape. I grew up on this music.
Right.
So I have a different view than somebody who just got into this music later.
Right.
So maybe I'm from a biased perspective. I have a different perspective. I grew up on this music. So I've had young MCs and all. I've always had hip hop around me. So I guess I'm coming from a place where I already had it. If you didn't grow up with it, then go back and listen. Understand it.
See, that's the thing, is I went back to the 80s from about 2001 or so. I was like, I better go back and figure out where all this came from.
Check out where and understand where it comes from. But I grew up in it. I'm engulfed in it. So I'm coming from a different place, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense, man. You mentioned this earlier, that you don't freestyle, but how important is the ability to freestyle for an MC?
I don't think it's important. I don't think it's important at all. I don't think it's important. I think it's cool. I think that if somebody puts you on the spot, you should be able to, like, come up with a line or two or some shit like that, but I don't think it's actually important.
So if there's a cipher popping off outside the club and some MCs that you respect are out there, you're going to jump in, spit a written? You're not going to jump in at all?
I might jump in and spit a written, because that's what fucking freestyles are nowadays. It's just a free verse. Well, freestyle was a free verse. Off the top was free, like with freestyle, off the top. A freestyle is just a free verse, right? That's how it goes back to it. Now, it depends. Like, I might go on and joke around and freestyle and laugh and joke because I'm with MCs, and MCs know that it doesn't really matter, right? We'll just be off the vibe.
Oh, man, I say that all the time. I don't like freestyling for people who are going to judge me on that shit. But if there's people who already know what I can do with a pen, then
If you pulling your phone out for YouTube, I'm probably not like, fuck that shit. That's why I don't like freestyle. If it's just me and a bunch of homies freestyling shit, I don't care if I fuck up what I say, because I'm just with some rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as soon as there's them people pulling out their fucking YouTubes and shit, like, I'm not trying to sound stupid on fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't want it to go down in history. Yeah.
No, I'm probably not going to freestyle. Like, it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pen is impeccable.
Right.
My freestyle? Nah, bro. I'm not like, I like to put shit together and correlate it and integrate, like, you'll put a 16 together. So I'm not really a freestyler.
And you're not feeling it at live shows or whatever? Like, I know a lot of MCs kind of, spice up the live show by doing the freestyle segment or whatever.
If I fuck up, I'll freestyle and get back.
Okay.
So if I fuck up halfway through a verse, you're not going to know I fucked up. I'm just going to freestyle the rest.
Freestyle till the hook.
I understand how to do it enough for that.
Yeah.
But, like, nah, I'm not going to do a free riff. I might just drop a acapella or something.
Right. Yeah,
I'd be all the way real.
This will be the last one here, man, for these how important ones, and it's a little bit of a curveball. How important is an MC's political leaning?
Ooh. That's a good one.
No right answers.
Some artists don't like to be open about their political leanings because they're going to alienate some people.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
That kind of surprises me, because you're making music that is, trying to be mass accessible, right?
I do mainstream music, but if you don't like my political views, I don't need you to like my music, because I'm probably going to talk my shit in my music.
Yeah.
And so if my political leanings are going to bother you, then I don't need you as a fan. Don't like me then. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Again, I'm doing music for me. And so I believe in I'm pro-human. So, and I also have some views that bother people. Like I'm in the middle on a lot of shit, right? So I see that there's two sides to everything and there's no gray area.
Yeah.
Like I've known a trans person since I was 8 years old. That's a whole dude, whether they were born a female or not. And I know a fake motherfucker who just wanted some attention and is not. Do you see what I'm saying? Two things can be fucking true. I don't like the self-identifiers who just want to fucking cause shit. And I do understand that some people literally are born with this. I'm just using that example, right?
Sure.
I'm on both sides. I'm able to have that conversation. It doesn't make me a bigot and it doesn't make me a crazy person. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if you can't fuck with me, fuck off. That's it.
Fair
I can
enough,
see
man.
both sides. That's kind of like that's just one example of
Well,
like
right now everything's so polarized that even if you do piss off half the people, the other half you're gonna be their champion.
And
for
I'm
it.
always in the middle with it. Like I find myself when I'm on TikTok having these conversations, I'll have the people who are like literally with this one alone. I'll have people who are they fuck with me, who are like the right, the far right and the far left on TikTok. I promise you, both of them fuck with me because I'm intellectually honest.
Sure.
That's what it is. Fuck my bias. What is the honesty? Right? Two things can be true. I don't have to pick a side and be disingenuous just to win an argument.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or be edgy just to get clicks, right?
That's some dumb shit. I'm never gonna say some fuck shit.
Well, and you also like mentioned that your album you double check to make sure like this isn't gonna actually fucking piss a bunch of people off, right? Like, yeah.
When I was doing the snotty nose Res Kids duet, I had some lines in there where I said some like native shit, right? And I called up some native friends of mine. I was like, yo, am I gonna get in trouble for saying this shit? Like I said, I was on Spirit Walk. I said a couple things with them. They're like, nah, that shit's great. Yeah. If the whole community gets mad at me, fine, whatever. But I at least try and check with like 5 of my friends. I'm always gonna do that because I will say some funny, edgy lines and shit. But let me just at least try to make sure I don't fucking get canceled. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell yeah. So man, you've been doing this a long time, dude. I always ask people for a tip. Let me see. What do I want to ask you? How about?
Hold on, real quick to add to what I said. We were saying a second about your political leanings.
Yeah.
Make sure you stand 10 toes down on what the fuck you believe in, but also don't have cognitive dissonance. If somebody gives you new information, it's okay to change your opinions.
Yeah.
You don't have to die on a hill. Unless that hill is that every song or any piece of music ever created that doesn't have percussion in the history of music will be better with percussion. I will die on that hill. That's it.
You don't like drumless hip hop? Where they're just looping up the sample and letting the guy rhyme on it?
I need drums, bro. I can't do it. I can't.
I can feel some of it because I feel like it leaves a lot of space for the MC to just bar out.
If there's some of the song and then the beat drops or some shit, like I do that. You know what I'm saying? But I need a beat eventually. Don't leave me. Come on, man. Give me some drums.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I've had that conversation with different MCs too about like, I want to know what that music is called. What am I supposed to call that shit? Because I call it drumless boom bap, and people are like Kazmega was like, no man, boom bap is an onomatopoeia. You can't call it drumless boom bap because boom and bap are the noises that the fucking drums are supposed to be making.
I call it an almost finished song. Now go finish the fucking song.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay, how about let's just go basic. How about a tip for staying inspired? You've been making a lot of music over a lot of years, man. What keeps you fucking dialed in doing it?
I don't have that answer.
All right.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious because there's different points where I've wanted to stop, or different points where not that I wanted to stop, where it was really hard, or that I had writer's block and shit like that. So I think challenging yourself is important. I always jump out the window and say some wild shit where I have to like actually be accountable. So like the first week of 2015, I was just like, I'm gonna do a song every Saturday. I didn't have anything ready. Yeah. But then I had to do a song every Saturday. So like I'll say shit and now I have to do it. Now holding myself accountable, right? I'll put deadlines on albums and like I guess I got to get it done now.
That's powerful in lyrics too, man. I always like, used to be working with artists and I'd tell them like, if you say some shit, it's going to help you fucking lay that path for yourself.
You better do it.
Right?
You better do that shit, right? So I will say it out loud and that holds me accountable and shit like that. And then also like, a lot of times just before this interview, I got an artist, somebody messaged me and said I inspired them, or somebody messaged me and said I inspired them to write their first record, or somebody told me I saved their life a couple times. That shit means so much that how the fuck can I quit and how can I not be inspired? The other side of it is, like I said to you, like when I lost everything and I thought it was over and we were in lockdown, I lost my best friend and manager and all the things I'd worked for. The only thing that saved my life was writing 16s. Yeah. So I guess I'm born and built for this. So I don't know how to.
It's a piece you
answer for you.
can't stop doing if you wanted to. Yeah.
I don't know how to answer it for you, but I do know that pain and suffering and struggle can either break you or make you keep going harder. Don't let that shit fucking break you.
Yeah, I like that. Let me ask you for a different tip then. How about you mentioned you're known for your stage show. How about a tip for improving stage show?
Stop fucking rapping over your fucking lyrics. Hey, have the chorus a little, have the chorus a little bit. Maybe like an extra like ad lib that's super important or some shit so you can breathe.
Yep.
Make sure you don't stand there in a fucking Cosby sweater and not move like Jizza. Worst performance I've ever seen in my life. And I'll say, no, it is what it is, bro.
Like recently, old man Jizza? Dude's
No,
probably
this is
62 years old or some shit.
No, this was years ago. This was years ago. This was like
I heard the same thing about Slick Rick. People were hating on Slick Rick for his recent performances.
This was like 2011, 2012 or some shit. Like it was just bad, bro. RZA was pretty bad too. But like Redman and Method Man,
yeah,
they rock.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes, they rock. Watch other people's performances that like that. Watch
Did you hear about Red and Meth at Summer Jam? What do you think about that?
Oh, they don't like they wasn't with it.
No,
because
he said never again after he fucking got off stage. He said
it's not their crowd anymore, man.
Generation gap too big or whatever.
Generation gap. I think the goal is to let go on stage.
Yeah.
Let go. Don't be scared. Listen, you have a shot up there. You got their attention. Oh, the other thing is nobody cares about your song, about your sad song, about your grandma or your mom or your friend that died. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. They don't know you yet.
Don't do that.
So you got it. Nobody cares. So the song that you really love, that's really important to you and all that bullshit, nobody fucking cares. Bring them up to 10 and stay there. Do one verse, like one verse hook, maybe two verse if it's a quick song. Boom, 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 boom. Give them as many songs in a little bit of time that you can. Do not do the sad, sappy fucking nobody fucking cares song. I promise you, I'm telling you. I know it sounds harsh. Nobody cares. Nobody knows you and nobody cares. You have this time to catch their attention. Go ham.
Yeah, 100%, man. Shouts to Toxin in Twitch chat. He just said, oh shit, I was wondering when you were going to get this guy on. I love his TikTok. So people should definitely go find you on TikTok.
Thank you. And everybody should be following you, man. Like, listen, I appreciate you having me. I'm having fun, man. I'm really having fun. I think that's the main thing at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Make sure you're having fun. Don't do this for any other fucking reason. Yeah. Don't do music that isn't fun. Don't force it. Never force it. Even if it's a big opportunity, don't force it. It will suck.
Yeah.
Always have fun. Stick to yourself. Stick to who you are, and you cannot fail. And at the end of it all, no matter where you end up, no matter what anybody's existential view of success is, you'll be proud of yourself. And that's what matters the most.
Yeah.
I promise you that's what matters the most.
What the fuck are we doing if we're not having fun, man? I agree 100%.
You know?
So, dude, I ask everybody just a couple of questions to wrap things up before we go. I appreciate you, spending all this time with me. We're coming up on 2 hours again, man. Yeah. So can you describe the local Edmonton hip hop scene?
Right now, not as much as I would before. Like, you know what I mean? When I was really engulfed in it.
Yeah.
But Edmonton always had the most talented artists that I've ever been around. They may not have the biggest scene per se, but the most talented artists with the dopest music has always kind of been in Edmonton that I found. Like, Edmonton's got some dope ass artists, man, whether it be singing, rock, rap. Like, I mean, Edmonton's got some fucking skills.
I make that argument all the time. And I just saw somebody on TikTok talking about fucking the comedian scene in Edmonton is even more lit than fucking Vancouver's or whatever I think he was saying.
Shout out to Sterling. Yeah. Shout out to Sterling Scott. Shout out to my guy. Fuck. Oh, now I'm gonna hate myself. Oh, I forget his big dude with a beard. Fuck, I forget his name. He's my guy. Fuck. I'm such an asshole right now. But either way, there's a lot of comedians out here. You know what I'm saying? And they're dope. There's a lot of them, man. And they fuck with us. They fuck with us too as musicians. Like, I went to a comedy show recently, and the guy was talking about one of my bars in a song and shit like that. Like, they listen to us, so like, show some love to the comedians. I feel like an asshole right now.
I've always thought that there's a lot of parallels between being an MC on stage with a microphone in front of a crowd and being a comedian on stage with a microphone in front of a crowd, right?
Well, they used to have this thing at the church thing or whatever. You go downstairs to smoke weed and shit, and it was like a cool comedy thing that Sterling was doing. It was lit. I like that.
Nice, man. Can you name some artists from the scene that people should be up on?
Well, yeah, like Cabral is like one of my favorites ever, and he's more like, he's not necessarily a rapper, but he's just dope as fuck. I love his shit. Like,
he does some rapping though. There's definitely
some rap, but he's just a star.
Yeah.
That boy's just a star. Okay, he makes just star ass music. And he makes music that's palatable for everybody. I think. You got what's Mitchell Lawler? Mitchell Lawler, but his girlfriend is so crazy. She has a song that I fucking had on repeat and shit.
Oh, he didn't even shout her out. I just talked to Mitchell 3 days ago or whatever. On Saturday, I talked to Mitchell Lawler.
What is her name again? Starts with a T or some shit. I forget.
Tia.
Some shit, but she don't.
Fuck, I just saw it on Spotify the other day.
I had a song on repeat, and like I was listening to that shit. I love her shit. I forget. I'm sorry.
This is Mitchell Lawler's fault. I'm gonna throw Mitchell under the bus. He didn't even shout her out. So.
Disrespectful because I don't have it. I don't have it in front of me. You know what I'm saying? But she crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to like the Doom Squad boys, where just in Trips, Nine Lives, Kripal, Sonic, Matt, Conch is another artist. Sarah Swags, Arlo Maverick, Jack Dollars, Dubs, Rome, Tox. Fuck, oh, man, everybody, bro. There's so many artists, man. Like I don't even fuck with some artists, but you got like Brothers Grimm's doing their thing.
Yeah.
Who else is out here doing their thing right now? Core 36, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude with the mohawk, right? Okay.
Samson, Knives, Native Waves, Troubles. Yo, listen, just find Edmonton artists. They out here, man.
Yeah.
They out here. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody, bro.
Thanks,
like,
man. Thanks.
I don't have the names on the top of my head. I'm sorry, motherfuckers.
My roots are still in Edmonton. I'm living in Lethbridge now, man. But I wish I was closer so I could get up there and shows.
And there's some Red Deer artists like Distinct and some Calgary Calgary ones like Nikki Louise and my boy Young Craze and like, man, there's Canadian artists out here killing, bro. Like, it is what it is.
Yep. Every week after the smoke is clear, I'm playing all of them, man. Fucking coast to coast.
Braden Bonnet, who's doing country now. I don't know. He was rapping for a while. His name was Believe at one time, but now he's doing country. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, I love you.
Hell yeah, man.
Unless you don't like me,
more of them.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me, there's probably something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up.
I agree.
Oh,
dude.
my God, Steezy. Shout out to Steezy. Anyways,
there's some names in there I didn't recognize, man. I recognize most of the names you just showed, but this is the other reason I asked this is so I can find more people to play.
I'm trying, you know what I mean? You can always hit me up. I always let you know, but on the top of my head, I'm like,
I might, because sometimes people shout people out and then like I go search for it and there's either 43 of them or, it's tough to find their @because for some reason their Instagram name is their fucking real name rather than their stage name.
K-Riz.
Something.
K-Riz, Havoc, you know what I'm saying? I got to shout out these guys. Like, fuck, so man, I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yep. Dude, Edmonton is wildly talented. I told Lawler the other day, like, I can name 20 guys off the top of my head who, like, I actually genuinely enjoy their music from Edmonton. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but I'm so mad. Yo, Mitchell Lawler, shout out to Mitchell, but I actually fucking feel bad. I forget his girlfriends. I don't know if they're together. I'm sorry to make her.
Tiana Marie or Tia something like that.
Listen, I genuinely fuck with her music. Like, I didn't even know she was Mitchell's woman. I'm not talking about the relationship. I don't know if they're still together. I'm not trying to,
who knows? Maybe that's why you didn't show her.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do that. But like, that's what you know what I mean? But she's sick. I love her music, bro. The girl can sing. She got like dope ass records. But
hell yeah, man. Any shows or tours that we can plug coming up?
Man, god damn, I need a booking agent. I'm telling you I need a booking agent. Hey, if you book shows, Bliss is ready to rock your crowd. Let's make a bag together. No, I'm working on I'm working on the album coming out July 18th, so I'm trying to get some tours afterwards that make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like pay to fucking go on tour and shit like that. That shit's hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need the biggest thing in the world, but I'm rocking. So I'm trying to get like some, a tour set up in UK or America or some shit. If I can, I'll do Canada, of course. I am trying to, hopefully, I think I'm on a Stampede this year, so that should be a thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll be announcing that soon. But really, it's just I'm dropping my record, K-BlitzMusic.com.
Say again when the album's coming. What's the album called? And when's it coming?
July 18th. Sauce God is coming, baby.
All right, man.
That name Sauce God, and it's coming.
Hey, if you want to like send over a single or something a little bit early, I love to play exclusives on After the Smoke is Clear.
I will send you a single. As soon as the album's done, I'll send you the whole project.
Sounds good, dude. I love it.
I'll send you the whole project. Listen, you out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you the whole project. You play that shit on the radio for me, you can have a whole Blitz day. I
maintain that there's nobody outworking me in the Canadian scene, man. I'm putting in hours and hours and hours and hours keeping up with the Canadian scene.
You know what? I will agree with you that you are putting in work more than most motherfuckers are putting in work, because
there might be the odd guy out there doing it, but
there ain't nobody out here working like me, baby.
There you go.
There you go. Ain't nobody working like Blizzy, baby. Like I did 2 albums last year. I'm dropping another crazy one this year. Like, I'm not playing with these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, man. Keep knocking them out, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The old man still got it. If you a young boy and I'm out working you, figure it out.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, you know, a lot of people, when you're 21, you feel like you're real dope, but life is fucking chaos at 21, right?
Speaking of that, Native Boy, Drummer, Lil Man, there's so many fucking artists out here. You know what I'm saying? Kimmy, like, there's so many artists out here. Shout out to Sass, who is my like partner in crime. She got fucking her records out right now. Like she got like 300 monthly listeners. She just started. She kicked some of y'all ass. You know what it is. So
yes, sir.
working, man.
Hey, what's the best way for people to support you or other artists who they like?
Put them on your regular playlist. Literally, it's the simplest shit in the world. Put an artist that you fuck with or your friend if they're good. See, here's the thing. Also, tell them if they're not good.
Yeah.
Please stop being yes.
Be honest.
Tell people if they're not good.
Yeah.
Okay. And give them constructive criticism. Don't say you suck. Say you're not good and this is why. Or this song's not good and this is why. Like, be realistic with people, right? Don't make them think that they're dopest.
Yeah.
Also, put them on your regular playlist like you do Post Malone or like you do so-and-so or like you do, because that's how people get up. Just be, the algorithm will work that way. If the person sells merch, go fucking buy their merch. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying somebody else's shit. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? You know how much it takes to share a fucking post? Somebody did put a video out. They did that. And you press the share button. It took you that long.
Yeah.
Like if you go to my page right now, I just did a verse on my TikTok or whatever. I'll put it on my Instagram right after this. If you press the share button, it takes 2 seconds. Who knows what that's going to do for me?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Even beyond sharing, just click fucking like. Any artist I see who I fuck with, I don't care what they're posting. I'm clicking like on it. It's a show poster for some show in fucking Moncton, Ontario. I'm clicking like on it. Like,
watch the shit once or get the fuck off my page. Why are you here?
There you go. Because scrolling past it, not interacting, that's teaching the algorithm not to show that post to people.
Put a 100 in the comment. Put a how.
That's why the flame emojis are there. That's why rappers do the flame emojis for each other.
Flame emoji on all kinds of. Listen, just put the flame emoji or the 100.
Yeah.
Like it one time and keep on moving. Just watch like 8 to 10 seconds of the shit. Watch the whole thing if you can. It's probably a minute of your life.
Yeah.
The fuck. That's it. Yeah, that's how you do it. And buy people shit, like, you know what I mean? And buy albums and shit. When it comes out, on my fucking album.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. And tell me if I suck. So I can tell you why you're wrong.
Hey, you know what? I just put out an EP on Friday. I'm gonna send it over to you. I want you to tell me your honest fucking opinion on it. Yeah, man.
You put out an EP already?
Bandcamp exclusive for now, but it'll go to streaming soon. Yeah, yeah.
Send that shit to me. If you
I'm back, man. I'm back. These motherfuckers thought that I was just out here interviewing people. Nah, I was just making sure that next time somebody would see it when I put something out.
Patty LaBelle or something?
Yeah,
like Missy said on that record, you know what I'm saying? Have me singing hooks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, send it to me, bro. I'll definitely do, because I'm gonna send you my project and I'll check it out. So that's something I'll listen to. Like if people want me to listen to this shit, listen, I'm in album mode, so it's gonna take me a second. A lot of the time, maybe not, you know what I mean? Depending, but like, get at me if you want to feature.
This one it's just little, man. 5 tracks. It's going to take you, I think, 17 minutes. It's real summertime.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I got you. But like, even for anybody watching, if you want to feature, man, just get in my inbox. Listen, nothing is free.
Yeah.
But I promise you I'm worth it. I'm not going to charge you up your ass. Don't offer me some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I mean? I promise you it's going to be worth it. I got 30,000 monthly listeners right now. I'm going to use that for a little bit of clout. I promise you I'm worth it. Holla at your boy. I'm doing features, man.
Yeah. Where can people find you on social media most often? What do you use most?
I use TikTok most. You can find me on Instagram if you want to message me. I'm on Facebook, kind of, not really. I really am not on
TikTok. It's K-Blitz Music, right? I had to punch in the entire fucking name before I could find you. At first,
everything's K-Blitz Music. Yeah, for real, because it's just easier that way. Because K-Blitz is hard to put on socials.
Yeah.
But I'm on, all the streaming sites and shit like that. But yeah, definitely like hit me up in on TikTok or Instagram or whatever the fuck. I answer all my shit. It's just me. I don't have anybody who fucking runs my socials. I'm not that fucking special. And I follow people back because I don't need to be too cool to follow people back. I never understood that. I follow people back.
I'm following more people than follow me, man. I don't
give a shit.
There's a lot of artists out there I got to stay tapped in with. So
it doesn't make me feel special to have more followers than other people. I don't know. I'm just regular, man. Oh, and here's another thing.
Who fucking cares that much? Are people looking at accounts like that? Like, oh, look at this guy. He follows all these people. Like,
I've had artists yell at me like, you can't do that. It looks stupid. Like, no, he looks stupid. You're an asshole. Here's the thing.
It looks stupid to care that much. Fuck.
If you fuck with me and you have something that you got going on, please let me know so I can support you, because support doesn't go one way with me. Also, if an artist that you fuck with inspires you or anything like that, please know that we are fucking artists and we are going through our own personal turmoil. And so please tell that artist, because you never know how much it's going to help us, inspire us to keep going.
That's so
We don't
true.
just inspire y'all.
Yeah.
You inspire us.
Hell yeah.
For real.
Very, very true, man. Dude, you inspire me. You and all these other artists who I get to talk to. It's a huge inspiration. It keeps me fucking
No, you can hit me
out
anytime,
here
bro. We talk, you know what I'm
involved,
saying?
man. So
You can
I
hit me anytime,
appreciate this
G. I'm
shit.
always here. Anything I can do to help you, please let me know. Like, we got a personal thing, so you know what it is. So, like, anything you need with any of that other shit, I'll let your boy. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Anybody who's watching, shout out to you, motherfuckers. And
Yes,
if you
sir.
follow me, I'm gonna follow you back.
Shouts to Twitch chat. Thanks for coming through, everybody. We're gonna pull the plug on this one, though, man.
It's a wrap.
Enjoy the rest of your
night.
night.
Time, man. We went longer than most people.
Dude, this was 2 hours. Yeah, we just passed the 2 hour mark there.
Ooh, neurodivergent. I feel like an X-Men when they call it that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, it's easy to talk about art, man. It's easy to talk about art. Yeah.
Best, man.
All right, man.
Yo,
Peace.
Sauce God is coming July 18th.
Hell yes.
All right, brothers. Much love.
All right, everybody. So once again, thanks. That's a wrap for talking to K-Blitz. Go follow K-Blitz on all the platforms. K-Blitz Music. Look out for his new music coming out. Stream the stuff that is out. He's always dropping stuff. If you follow him on Spotify, you're gonna get new music every few weeks. As well, like I just mentioned, I do have a new project out. People know me, they don't know that I rap. The album is called Circles. It's just a little EP. It's all produced by my homie Josh the Butcher, and summertime vibes. I think the weather is right for that album right now. I've been getting good positive feedback from a lot of different people, and been excited to, you know, get to share it with the world. So appreciate people for coming through on Twitch. Coming up here for the rest of the month, I'm doing interviews for Flying Formation every Tuesday, plus every Saturday. We are looking at June 15th is the next one. I'm talking to Big Tones. He's based out in Saskatchewan. Really dope MC. June 18th, I talked to Lethbridge producer Young Prince Beats. Met him at a show a little while back. Seemed like a good guy. He's from London, Ontario originally, and he makes dope shit, so I'm looking forward to talking to him. King Juss is actually somebody who I met at that same show. He was out here with Fresh Kills in Lethbridge probably a month or so ago at this point. Talking to him on June 22nd, King Juss. June 25th, I talked to a producer from Toronto named Imperetiv. June 29th, I'm talking once again to Lethbridge locals. It's Alchemy, the Linguist, and Donny Sage. And yeah, I'm excited to talk to all these people. June is a busy month. I'm then going to take July off, at least from doing interviews. We'll see if I come back for August or if it'll be for September, but I'll definitely be back with more interviews. There's too many artists who want to talk, and I want to talk to them. I'm having fun doing this shit. So yeah, appreciate people for coming through. Catch you on the next.